Podcast, all things Nintendo. Yeah! All things Nintendo.
What was that?
I was waiting. I'm like,
The jazz hands.
yeah.
3, 2, 1, hit it. This is the Friday night dance. Like that. It's Friday. Wait a minute, we can't see our names. Hold up.
Ah,
Let me go ahead and just do the. How do I?
It's all part of the show, folks. It's all part of the show.
It's all part of the show.
that's for you to know that this is 100% live. Technical difficulties.
Good evening, Odyssey travelers.
What?
This is
Is he
Mario.
gonna dance?
I mean, is he supposed to dance? He's just stuck there, just with his mouth open, like,
If you're not doing the Mario right now,
come on, Mario, you're supposed to be dancing, man. Go ahead and we got that one there, and then the name. Where's the name? Where's the names?
No clue. I see a little Mario plushie on the back.
I think there you go. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, now we exist.
Yeah.
we're real now.
There
We're
we
real.
go. Okay, Mario, you can go away now. Go away, buddy. Bye. Welcome to the Nintopics Podcast. We are live. It's Friday night, guys. It's the best day of the week. It's a reason for you to celebrate because not only it's the end of the week, right? You've had a long week of work for those of you who work Monday to Friday and stuff like that. But you're ending the week on a high note here at the Nintopics Podcast. See, look, I kind of memorized, I think, the stuff now. I'm not sure. Let me see.
Number one. Oh, sorry.
No, that's not it.
Oh yeah, no, that was appropriate for what I just said.
That one.
There we go.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, we're here. We're back. Just want to give a huge shout out to Zach Hendricks. He is on his way. He'll be here in a little bit with us. He has doing some little favors for his parents, bringing them down from the airport home. So he'll be here later on today. But in the meantime, we have an all-star cast here today. We have none other directly from Hyrule. I think she has some kind of role with the royal family.
I
Back
wish.
there. Lilly Hyrule. How are you doing, Lilly?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, I got very excited when I saw like my picture and the intro, but it was last week and I couldn't make it last week, so I was very upset about it. But it looks very nice. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Forgive me if I don't like coordinate very well because I'm actually very sleepy because I'm currently working midnight shift, so it has been tough. But so far so good. Can't complain.
Today we're talking about Zelda. That's our main topic today, Zelda.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about all things Zelda game, Zelda movie, Zelda everything at the end. So we'll talk a little bit about the Nintendo Direct first topic, and then we'll just the finale with Zelda.
Yay!
So that way we can get excited for that because I got my picks for who's going to play Link and Zelda for the movie. I'm not sure everybody is going to agree, but yeah. We'll stay in Hyrule. We're still in Hyrule because now this person lives in the actual castle. Okay, she brushes Zelda's hair every single night, and she sings lullabies to her and everything. We'll talk about Zelda's mama, Joycey J. How are you doing, Joycey?
Hi. So wait a minute, I'm a bit confused. So we're going to talk about the Direct, but you mean to tell me that there's other games outside of Zelda?
I just got that. Thank you.
Very appropriate. Yay!
Yay! Anyway, so Lilly and I totally live next door to each other in Hyrule.
Yeah.
She's in the left. She's in the left wing of the castle. Yeah, that's totally how that works. Yeah.
Yep.
See, Lilly. Yeah, I made this coffee for both of us.
Yeah, there's a soup mug there. Coffee.
Delicious.
Yes, it's very delicious. Anywho, I'm sorry, I'm a little bundled up. It is surprisingly chilly in here, despite it
I
being
want
like
coffee
90
now.
degrees outside.
Oh, really? Where's
Go
your
make some
coffee?
coffee.
My coffee? Not existing right now. It's not done. It's not even made.
Just swing by the castle.
Hold on. All you guys got coffee and stuff, and I'm here with my
Here's my
PS5 controller.
I love it, Paul.
Your mug is amazing. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We'll get into it. I'm Joycey. We like coffee, and yes, AB James, we are drinking coffee quite late.
You know what?
Lily
You know what?
Lily is half asleep. Mike's gonna go get some.
I'm gonna text my wife. I'll text my wife.
I am drinking decaf, so it doesn't
right now.
count anyway. And some people really just like the taste of coffee, so it's all good. So yeah, I'm excited for Zelda stuff and Direct stuff and Nintendo stuff and more games, more and more games. I'm just excited. And so Paul, you're Miyamoto's uncle.
No. We got Paul has a new title. Okay.
Oh, really?
But he is still
Miyamoto's neighbor and Furukawa's illegitimate son.
But he's still Miyamoto's uncle.
No, he
You could be all three.
So wait, so that means that Miyamoto and Furukawa are brothers? Wait, who you're Miyamoto's uncle? Paul, you look good for your age, man.
You could be, let's not work. Don't try, Mike.
Confusion.
Oh boy. Welcome to the podcast.
How you
This
doing,
is
Paul?
us.
I'm doing well. It's been a busy week. On my non-video game world life, I just finished up my last week of finals. Well, it was finals week, so people would ask me midway throughout the week, "Are you done with finals?" I'm like, "No, I've got like 6 left." Are you done now? No, I've got 3 left. Now, are you done? Yeah, I'm done because I have
Are we there yet?
9,
Are we there yet?
9 courses, and that's a lot of students, like 270 students, and a lot of grades and a lot of everything. So yeah, it was a busy week, but it was good. I managed to play a little bit of video games throughout the week. I played Little Kitty Big City, because that's what I pre-ordered for my wife for Mother's Day. And then last week when we had the podcast, it was downloaded, but I didn't get to try out the full game beforehand. So then afterwards I did, and then now my update throughout the last week is that it's pretty good. It's fun. It's a little rough around the edges in some graphical areas. There was one glitch that our kitty fell underneath the city and was in a different world, and I was able to navigate through kind of broken polygons to get back up onto an alleyway and fine. So little glitch in that regards, and it's not quite as responsive as like a Mario game with the fluidity and controls, but it's pretty fun. It's cute if you like pets, cats, dogs. Untitled Goose Game, then it's a good game that could satisfy a few different types of gameplay style desires. But that and Tetris 99 I played, because Tetris is always easy to pick up. And good week, busy, and working on Indie Mania stuff too. That's been a busy thing, but awesome. Talking with developers. And Mike knows all about that.
I mean, Indie Mania is I'm gonna show the trailer later today again. So you guys whoever hasn't heard about Indie Mania can hear about it. You're gonna hear about it a lot until it happens, because right now we are in promo season. I want you guys to know about it and to be informed, because it's gonna be a big event. It's growing bigger and bigger every day. We're gonna be adding a third day officially.
I think so.
We're adding a third day just to accommodate more developers. We're adding a pre-show to accommodate more developers. So it's gonna be a really cool event, and we can't wait to show you guys what we got planned. It's gonna be awesome. And look at my shirt, guys. Look, you guys see it?
A relic.
Remember that? Oh, Bloodbuster video. I remember how I used to
Ruins.
go. Yeah, when Ruins, right?
Blockbuster Ruins.
Ruin. Well, I got my shirt from 80stees.com. They actually sent me about 10 of them from different, like even Nintendo shirts with like really it's like they're really soft and they're very comfortable too. and they literally have shirts and for every single decade. So if you are nostalgic about, is that me? That is me.
Coffee's ready.
No, my mother, she ignored my text. You're like, I want to go there with no coffee. But yeah, so if they have shirts in every single decade. Like if you feel nostalgic about anything, it's there. And so they sent me a whole bunch of T-shirts from like my childhood and everything. I got Super Nintendo T-shirts, like a whole bunch of stuff. You'll see them on the channel.
Mhm.
And I say, you know what? Just for that kindness, I'm gonna add the link in the description. 80stees.com. They're awesome.
Good, 'cause I need a bunch.
Shout out to them. They're awesome. They're amazing. And the shirts are so comfortable too. So yeah.
Hey, real quick, what if we
Yeah.
ever, if Nintendo ever listens to me,
Uh-huh.
and
One day they
it's-
will.
One day, I just gotta. Maybe I should go apply because
Yeah.
so far that hasn't worked out. I'm working on it though. But seriously, what if we finally get a modern day Zelda? I don't know, something like set in the year 30XX or something crazy like that. And then Link's like what?
Dystopian.
I hope it's not just well, yeah, all Zeldas are technically dystopian. And then hopefully, like at some point, you know, you open a chest or whatever the thing would be,
Yeah.
and it's like a Blockbuster Ruins t-shirt.
Very cool.
Very old t-shirt representing company from ages long past. Something
Right?
like that.
Man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I can connect everything to Zelda some way, somehow.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about later Zelda, but there was this trend happening about people asking for Zelda to take place in a different place than Hyrule. I'm like, that would be interesting. That'd be very interesting,
Well,
because
It's
they do
happened
mention-
before.
It
Yeah,
happened in Majora's Mask with Termina.
Yeah,
Like it's-
and they do mention a lot other places, other kingdoms. So maybe Zelda can go somewhere else. Link can go somewhere else. Or they can fall asleep, and then just wake up in Koholint Island. Is it for Link's Awakening? They can
Dear
all-
Nintendo, if you do another next Zelda game, if it's not in Hyrule, it has to be real. It can't be a dream. Don't do that again.
I actually
Don't play
Let's be real.
with our hearts again, please.
When I found out Termina wasn't real, I cried.
Very fun. So I think the reason I like Link's Awakening was because first thing, it looked adorable. Everything is they're super adorable, right? We had little Mario characters there, Goombas is all over the place.
Change
And
chops.
man, we're talking about Zelda now because we can't wait to get.
I'm sorry, I just meant for that to be a joke. We
But
can add it to the
thing
list.
is that it is the main topic for today, and it's like a big topic. So you know what? Let's go ahead and pause it right there. We'll continue later, and let's get to the next topic because we have a lot to talk about Zelda. We can talk about Zelda all day.
Yeah.
So Nintendo Direct, right? And last week we had a really fun game that Kid and Krista made, based on the Nintendo launch title for Switch 2, right? And so we had fun. A lot of people they had fun with that. I'm like, you know what? All of those games could also apply for the Nintendo Direct. So we're gonna play it again today, but for the Nintendo Direct because that's our first topic. The Nintendo Direct is happening in June. That's an official thing, right? Summer Game Fest starts in the first week, and I guess the Nintendo Direct could be the second week, right? Second week. I know the third week or the fourth week is the launch of Luigi's Mansion. I'm not sure if they're gonna do the same exact week of Luigi's Mansion. So I would say maybe the 12th or the 13th of June for Nintendo Direct, and so we're getting games. There's been a lot of chatter, a lot of talk over the week. We know our podcast is on Fridays. Between Fridays, a lot happens now, and a lot's been happening even more and more as we get closer to bigger events like the Nintendo Direct, the Switch 2 reveal, and so many games have been rumored to be in the Nintendo Direct or via leakers or Midori talking about certain games and project this and code this whatever and you King O or something. There's a lot going on. So today that's when I want to bring it up. The Nintendo Direct, we might get some surprises. We could potentially witness one of the best directs ever. Who knows, right? Or the song for the Nintendo Switch Direct, And so my first question is the most obvious question I'm going to throw out to the chat. And to you guys, let's go ahead and start with the game and go ahead and do our picks. So basically, you guys pick what you think is gonna be in the direct. Be as unreasonable as you want, or be as out there, as you want. Okay, if you want to say, Nintendo's gonna do a Mario Galaxy 3, then say Mario Galaxy 3. Although people
That might
want
be lit though.
Mario Galaxy. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and share my screen real fast because Nintendo Direct, I think this is going to be one of the most exciting ones in a while, right? It's competing with Switch 2 when it comes to like Spotlight, but I'm just a bit more excited for the Direct just because I know that's coming. I know when it's coming. I have no clue when the Switch 2 thing is going to be revealed. I know if Nintendo said they're going to do it in phases, we might hear something about it in the next couple of months this year, and then kind of gradually, as we get closer, they'll do more. But so far, all we know is that June is an extremely exciting month because Nintendo is about to reveal some games, some ports, some remakes, who knows? And we're going to go over it today. Let me go ahead and get the music go. That's not the music. I forgot already. Which one was it? That's not it either. This one? That one. Let's go with this one. That's Animal Crossing. Let's go with this one. I think that's Zelda, right? Is it Zelda? No, this is Zelda. No, that's Podcast. What about this one? Yeah, that's Zelda. Is it? Man, that soundtrack. Seriously. Let me look for that thing here first. Where is it? I had it open and I closed everything because I think the Chrome was acting up. Tell me, Mike, you have way too many.
Oh no!
Close it. I'm like, no, I don't want it. But yeah, isn't the Zelda soundtrack like so nice?
It is.
There you go.
It's very nice.
Found it.
That's any Zelda soundtrack is my soundtrack for focus most of the times.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at my face. I'm the
You're the podcast, the Nintopics Podcast.
It's like my
There you
body's
go.
here and then my head is like right there. I think I like it. And the podcast logo. All right. So last week we had $15, right? Total. All right. And we had to go ahead and using this $15, pick something. Why is my name over here? I don't get it. Weird. Using the $15, pick games that could potentially be in this in the Switch 2 launch time. But as I was looking through this over the week, I found some games here that could potentially make it to the Nintendo Direct as well. I already see a couple of them, either as remakes, ports, or even brand new, smaller games, right? And so let me know. Let me know out of the cast here who can already see games that we might see in the Nintendo Direct. Do you guys see any games without seeing the game? Do you see games that you see more than one game or more than two games that might be in the Nintendo Direct?
I see at least two.
Yeah.
Maybe three.
All right, so we're gonna do just that right now. You guys in the chat, you're gonna go ahead and spend your money. You only got $15, okay? And you're gonna use it to kind of go through the rows and pick your Nintendo Direct lineup. We're gonna go ahead and go through the Nintendo Direct to see. I would love to see the day after the Nintendo Direct to see who got the closest pick. After that, so we'll do that later on. But right now, the Nintendo Direct, I already got mine done, so we're good. I got my picks done. I got my $50 spent already.
I don't know if I could spend my whole $15 because I'm trying to go the realistic route this time.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if I can spend my whole $15. But
Okay.
I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, my dream Switch 2 launch. So right now we're doing the Nintendo Direct lineup now. Nintendo Direct lineup. If you have $15 to spend, only $15, go ahead and use it here. We got and the $5 you can pick one there, or you can pick all three there if you want to spend all your money there. Smash Bros, right? It could be a port, you never know. Or even let's say GameCube to NSO with Smash, added to it, that counts. We have Mario Kart. I doubt that game is never gonna make it here because the next Mario Kart is for Switch 2. We got Super Mario. Mario is always a big contender in every Nintendo Direct. We have Zelda. There's a Zelda remake in the Rumorville, right? There's the Zelda port as well. Pokemon and the ZL. Even if it's just mentioned, right? So Pokemon is also a contender. We got Metroid, Animal Crossing, rumored new Leaf, also Donkey Kong. Splatoon could be a new Splatfest announced or whatever. Just giving you an idea of what your picks could be about. Fire Emblem, I know there's like the genealogy of the something war that it's been rumored as well. Luigi's Mansion could be, Luigi's Mansion is already coming out June, but maybe they'll shadow drop Luigi's Mansion in HD, first one.
Exactly. I was gonna point that one out because I love Luigi's Mansion 1 for the GameCube. Right. So having it for the Switch will be
that could be a thing. Star Fox, of course, we can see a Star Fox. I know there was a trademark updated for that. Kirby's always in every single direct, almost in every single direct. So Kirby always has a game on mobile or on device somewhere. Paper Mario, got Xenoblade Chronicles. Right? Let me go ahead and make it bigger. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles. Pikmin. I would not pick that one unless there's. There is the Pikmin game, the mobile game, right? The what do you call that one? The one that's on
Bloom.
Yeah, Bloom. So they could be talking about Pikmin Bloom on the direct. Who knows? And I could update on that. Yoshi can get his own game or her own game. Is Yoshi a man or a boy or a girl? Or just a dinosaur?
He's usually referenced as a boy, but Nintendo's never. I don't think they've ever specifically.
They just have Yoshi's about colors there, so we're good.
He can lay eggs.
That's true.
He can lay eggs. There might be there's so many Yoshis that they have to reproduce. So I'm willing to bet that there's male and female Yoshis.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We should make a podcast all about that. Just kind of figure it out.
No.
Maybe she lays eggs.
Into the lore of Yoshi.
I can see that going left real quick.
Well, there's all colors of Yoshi, so we're good. Mario.
The red Yoshi is a girl. There, we'll do that.
Yeah. There's also is there a pink Yoshi?
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah.
So we got Kirby. I already said Kirby. Mario Party, right? Oh, I love this song right here. I was just like climbing on one of the dragons, and this is like the theme song that they play for the dragon when the dragon comes by. Man, I just love Tears of the Kingdom. It's amazing. Mario Sports, that is a game that can literally make it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out there Mario Sports in the same category as Mario and v Sonic at the Olympics, just because it is an Olympic year. So if you think that Mario v Sonic is coming, which by the way, for the past couple of Olympics, we've had a Mario v Sonic game.
This would be the first if they skip it.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys that for Mario Sports. You can that includes any of those games. You can just say Mario v Sonic, and I'll include that as Mario Sports. That's only $2. Not that much, right? F-Zero has made a comeback, right? When we thought it was kind of dead because of the interview that the developer from F-Zero made. They added it to NSO, and it revitalized NSO. People love it, and hopefully that kind of reignites a fire for F-Zero, and we might get an F-Zero announcement, right? Yep. Pilot Wings, I think it's Pilot Wings. This one right here, I can't really see it. Pilot Wings.
Oh, I can't really see it.
Yeah, it's kind of covered by
Paper Mario.
I don't know why.
I don't think it's bottom left.
Can I move this? Can I dictate that? Let me see if I can just change this. It'll change it. Oh, there we go. Now we're wow. How about this one? There. What is with this? What's with this?
Well,
Indie Mania will not be denied.
What is this with this? What is that?
But just so you know, it's not in the middle. I mean, we can see it on the lower left hand, so it's not really in the way.
Ah, okay. So
yeah, you're probably seeing it like that.
Maybe yeah. For me, it's like covering the one all the way through the Style Savvy.
Yeah,
Like those
same for
Pilot
me.
Wings, Rhythm Heaven, Punch Out.
Yeah. How about if I do this temporarily? Just like take that away from
Yeah,
me here.
There-
sure.
There we go. All right. So yeah. So we got Pilot Wings. We can see that was also another updated patent or not patent but trademark. Rhythm Haven. Never played that game before.
That's fun.
Punch Out. I love Punch Out.
I love Punch Out.
We need to get more Punch Out. And I think Punch Out is too cheap for $1. I think it belongs to a little higher on the on that little scale here.
Yeah, and the little tier.
Yeah. Style Savvy. No clue what that is. And then WarioWare. Warriors everywhere, so
Yep.
any of the cast ready for with their picks?
I think I am.
You want to go ahead and start?
Okay. So I am picking a Zelda port
Mhm.
or remake. Realistically, I think what they'll do is they would either do either Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, something that'll be upscaled or
Yeah.
something or some quality of life changes.
Mhm.
My hope is that it's Twilight Princess rebuilt from the ground up.
Mm.
I don't think it'll sell 10, even with all that. I don't think it'll be 10 million, but I think it'll be a good seller and it'll help, the Switch, it'll be kind of the Switch's swan song. It'll kind of be part of the end. But we're not getting, I don't believe they would even do a top-down Zelda or anything like that, anything brand new until next system. That's just my personal belief.
Okay.
So that's $5. And then $4 Metroid. I've been saying this for a while now. I do believe next direct is when we get at least they're gonna say something about Metroid, even if we don't get everything I want. So that's $9. And then what was my next pick? Oh my god. It was a Yoshi game. I was thinking, okay.
Nice.
It was Yoshi because we started the generation with Yoshi.
Mhm.
Let's end it with Yoshi. Yoshi does actually do pretty well.
Yeah.
And then for my last dollar, Punch Out.
Punch Out. So,
I want Punch Out.
is it Yoshi's Wally World, the one you're thinking about, or
It was another one.
Yoshi? Do we have? No, we have Crafted World on Switch already, right? Crafted.
It was Crafted World that was on Switch, right?
Yeah.
So Yoshi can drop at any time, and people like it. I know it's not a massive, Yoshi takes over the world kind of series, but it is a very cute series, and plenty of people really enjoyed it. Did you say plot twist?
Yeah, like Yoshi taking over the world.
That's what.
Wait, what if it happens? Because I never thought Zelda would break 10 million. I thought the only people excited about Zelda when Breath of the Wild was revealed were just people like us, when I kept seeing the numbers going up. So I think it could happen one day. Yoshi takes over the world.
Okay.
I never thought Zelda would even break
I'll get
10
it.
million.
Yep. I agree. I'll take it.
I love it. Love it. All right, that's a great selection. I actually see that happening. Like your picks are actually very doable. You're right. You went realistically, and I think you're kind of almost there. Who else is ready?
I'm ready for an unrealistic one.
Go ahead, do it.
Yay!
So we get Metroid Prime 2 and 3 HD. We get Metroid Prime 4, which looks amazing.
That's a very smart pick because you've only spent $4 because this Metroid.
It's just Metroid. We get Yoshi's Woolly World Fluffed Up Edition, which is
Fluffed up edition. I love it.
the Wii U game, which was really fun.
Yeah.
And then we get a Super Mario Galaxy 2 remastered the same way that they remastered Metroid Prime. So that's the reason why it wasn't in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars bundle, because they had other plans for it. And then you're porting over Star Fox Assault, and it's just called Star Fox Assault, but it has this visual full-on remake. And then I'm breaking the budget because, like I said, I'm doing an unrealistic version here.
Yeah,
we're dipping into our savings account.
Kid Icarus Uprising, because that franchise isn't on here, and I think a new Kid Icarus game would be good.
For $1, we'll give it to you for $1.
And then we've got a Donkey Kong Banana Split. That's the name of the brand new DK game. It's DK Banana Split. And then we have Fire Emblem, because we're going to throw out the genealogy of the Holy War just for fun. Then we're gonna have this Tecmo Koei partnership with a new Warriors game, but a Xenoblade Warriors. So it's gonna bring everybody from X 1, 2, and 3 into one game.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and that's my super unrealistic, but probably that would be the best Nintendo Direct ever of the generation.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, "What? This is the 8th year?" And
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. If backwards compatibility is a thing and they all have patches, it might as well be Switch 2 games. So,
but that would be the coolest lineup for probably this Nintendo Direct of games coming out for Nintendo Switch. But to answer the question of Nintendo Switch 2 first year lineup, we had this topic last week.
Yeah, we don't got to go back there to the Switch 2 lineup because we did it last year.
I'm still good with like my past lineup for that one, but
that's a good pick. And I also like your unrealistic pick. I do see Metroid Prime 2 and 3. I mean, I think out of the entire thing there, just because Metroid Prime 4 is a myth that we were been hearing about it for a while. Hopefully
it's an urban legend.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's expecting Metroid Prime 4 this time, or Metroid Prime something this time.
I just want the psych out. I want the little like punked moment where they open it up with Metroid Prime 2 and 3, but you don't know what it is yet. So you get all excited and you're hyped up for Samus and like, oh, it's 2 and 3 remastered or an HD thing. Like, oh, it looks really good, but it's not what we wanted. And they say, we're saving Metroid Prime 4 for another time. The whole direct goes by. And at the end, they said, we said something was going to be saved for the other time, right? I guess that time's now. Bam, Metroid Prime 4. And like, that would just be really cool. And then fill the Nintendo Direct with stuff in the middle. But that would be my favorite way of doing it because you would be hyped up a little bit, have a nice direct, and then be like, wow.
But you know what? I like, because I've said the exact same thing, but I like the way you present it better because that part where they would say, we understand you're waiting for Metroid Prime 4. We will have updates in the future or something. And then the whole direct goes by and it's like, okay, it's the future.
Yeah.
I like Paul needs to direct all the directs.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It would be.
I don't know, it's like the coolest way you could do it because the one last thing everybody loves, and I think a little bit of a tease to the fans would the reaction would be crazy because you know how people would react to hearing that Metroid music in the beginning and then how they would be let down but still happy with what they would get and then like it plays with emotions just right, not to be mean but just to have fun and make it a memorable experience. That's
why I was saying it would be best if they say we're here's Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered. We're going to tell you about Metroid Prime 4 in the future because then everybody's not disappointed. Then they're like, I should get that remastered. I should get that. They're focusing on that instead of they didn't tell us about Metroid Prime 4. I don't want anything Metroid now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that I Paul and I, Nintendo hire us. We want to do your directs. We want to do your directs from now on.
All right, so who is next? Lily?
That's me. Of course, I'm gonna go with The Legend of Zelda. So there's no question about it.
Good choice.
I'm gonna go with the port as well because I feel like if they were to have a remake, if that is the case, I think it will be easier if they push it for the Nintendo Switch 2. There was also this rumor going around saying that they're going to have like a little remaster for Breath of the Wild that will run for the Nintendo Switch 2, which honestly, even though I'm a huge Zelda fan, I don't think that I will buy it, but it's a personal choice. But I'm going to go with that. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's like I've graphics and all of that has never been actually a driver for me. It's more like the immersiveness of the story and stuff like that. So for me, it wouldn't make much of a difference.
What if it was a special edition and it comes with a whole bunch of extra fun stuff?
Yeah, I will buy it. Yeah. Okay. They're going to get me there. Yeah. If that's
We're going to buy it. We're just not going to play it again for 400
Exactly. Hours. Yeah. It's going to be there. Yeah. In a shelf or something. Yeah. I'm also going to go with Super Mario because I mean it's I think it's important if they're going to be releasing something Super Mario wise. I mean, it would be nice to have like that 3D version again that it was limited, the All Star, because not a lot of people got a chance to buy it. I do have it, but I feel like there's something there. But I will be very interested to have something Super Mario Galaxy 2 instead, because that is such a great sequel. It's a great game. The puzzles are amazing. So that would be very entertaining. Then I'm gonna go with something unrealistic, that's $10, and then $3 for Star Fox. I know it's not gonna happen, but it'll be amazing if they release something. You
never know.
Yeah, I would love to see something Star Fox and like the classic formula, not like that adventure one that they made, which was kind of weird. I know that some people actually like that one, but for me, not really. And then the last one is going to be $2, which I'm gonna go with F-Zero.
F-Zero, nice.
I think that's another of the bigger, well, I wouldn't say bigger, but beloved IPs out there that I think they can definitely do something cool with it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my $15 pick.
That is very good picks. That is very good picks. Good job. Good
I like
job.
those.
Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go realistic. It's gonna sound unrealistic, but it's gonna be. I think that it's realistic, but it's gonna sound unrealistic, but it's realistic, but it's gonna. I'll stop. So, my first pick, of course, is a Zelda port. Okay, Zelda port. Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, or even a dual pack, or even a trilogy pack. You never know, like a Triforce pack.
Oh, that'll be amazing, but I doubt they will do something like that.
Yeah. They didn't do nothing for the Zelda anniversary in the past.
No.
So hopefully we'll get like a Triforce something, but something Zelda. All right, that's $5 there. $4 because of Metroid. Metroid has to be there, right? Metroid.
All the Metroid.
Yeah,
that's well $4 well spent.
Okay, so we got $9. $9. I'm gonna go with Mario Sports, which is not Mario Sports, but Mario v Sonic at the Olympics, Paris 2024. Since it's happening this year, it's almost around the time. So if Nintendo doing a direct and releasing a game, maybe a shadow drop game, or maybe one for, I would say, the summer, September. Over this way, Mario v Sonic at the Olympics. Let's see here. That's how much do I have? Like $11, right? 11. I'll say. I know this one might be there just because in my research, I found an update and I found a patent for Mario Party and an updated trademark for Mario Party, but it was from Mario Party, the one on 3DS.
Mario?
No, but Mario Party.
Oh,
yeah. I forgot.
And Mario Land just came out on NSO.
Yeah, Mario Land came out on NSO. So I don't want to pick Mario Party though. Even if it's coming out, I don't want to pick that one.
That's okay. You can charge me on my credit card.
Yep.
I got this.
How much money do we got left? I got $9 and $9, $11, right? So I got $4 more. I'm gonna say Animal Crossing New Leaf, ported from 3DS. I think that's a good game to get ported to the Nintendo Switch. Has a
which one?
Animal Crossing New Leaf. So Animal Crossing, but New Leaf from 3DS to Nintendo Switch. So I'll pick that one for just because my girls want that game so bad. I'll pick that one and put it in there. But yeah, that's my pick. It's unrealistic, but I think I have faith it's gonna happen. Nintendo is watching this podcast and they're kind of taking notes. They're taking notes.
Okay, so to be fair, because I think at the very least, two to three things on this entire list is going to happen. So my most realistic pick is Metroid. Is something Metroid. And realistically speaking, I think it's going to be Metroid Prime 4. They're going to say something about it. We're going to get a trailer. We're going to get a picture. We're going to get updates. We're going to get something.
Even a teaser.
It'll go into existence.
Yes, it will no longer be an urban legend. Okay?
Yeah.
Or a teaser, like Lily said. So
Mhm.
that's my most realistic pick. What's y'all's most realistic pick out of all of these? No money, no nothing. Just look in your crystal ball. That's right, Paul. I'm animated.
Metroid Prime.
I'm stuck
Look at
with
look at the coffee beans. The coffee beans.
Can we pick more?
definitely
Can we
tell me
pick more than
Metroid.
one? Can we be more than one realistic one, or just one?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so realistically, Zelda, Metroid, and the Mario and Sonic one.
Okay.
That's my realistic ones. Yeah.
Those are all pretty realistic. What about you, Paul?
Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's just freaking time. Come on.
It is time.
I think it's time. I mean,
It is.
so many people have said for so long that if it's not at this one, it's not coming out on Nintendo Switch. If it's not at this direct, it's not coming out. I've never been under that mindset, but I think I finally am at this point that if it's not at this Nintendo Direct, it is going to be a simultaneously dual launch, because with Nintendo Switch 2 now very likely coming out before... Actually, we don't know. I mean, it could be November 2025, but probably between
something
April
like that.
and November 2025. More likely on the earlier side is just if we're guessing by the way things are going behind the scenes of rumors and stuff like that, getting a little bit closer. Then I think you've got this holiday season as like the last time for Metroid Prime 4 to completely shine on its own as a standalone release on one console, unless if it is a dual release, and then you could save it for, when Nintendo is ready to have the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal trailer, like let's call it September or October. In that trailer, when they have this demo footage of this 2.5 minute package like they did for Nintendo Switch, and they're showing off Mario Kart 9 and Super Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever it is, right? And the next Dragon Quest 12 and some third-party partnerships, and you got Street Fighter 6 and Metroid Prime 4, and then later on say, as you saw today, we revealed that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be a launch title for Nintendo Switch 2, but also letting Nintendo Switch fans know it is coming out on Nintendo Switch. And that's how they do it. Like they show the cream of the crop version, but let's say it's still coming to Nintendo Switch. So unless if that happens, I think this is the last Nintendo Direct for that game to be shown if it's an NS only title. Now, not to say it can't also come out on Nintendo Switch 2 as a later version, but I think you get more bang for your buck if it's not split up, because then you might have some people not buy this version because they're just going to wait for that, and then you have some thunder being, taken out of the initial spotlight. I mean, see, Zelda doesn't have to worry about that. If Breath of the Wild has a Nintendo Switch version, the game already sold 35 million copies, whatever. It doesn't matter. It had its whole generation. So if anybody holds off on Breath of the Wild now, it's okay. The game already made a couple $billion. It's all good. But you don't want that to happen for Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
So unless if they also say later on, hey, we're having this backwards compatible feature and upgrades where you pay $5-10, whatever. But we don't want to get into too much speculation. But I think really just, dang, do the Metroid Prime 4. I've never been I've only been a little bit disappointed whenever it hasn't shown up, but not ever really, because there's always been a good Nintendo Direct. There's always been other stuff. But I think this would be the first time, and ironically the only time, that I'd be kind of like, I really thought it was here. I really thought it was here, and I'm a little bit bummed. But I never let them get me bummed, because they're always good. But it'll be the first time a little, I thought this was the one.
As somebody who's actually not a big Metroid fan, I just like games and everything, and I just want it to be a thing. I want to see it, and I will be trying them out. I want it to, and I'm like, now's the time. Even if it's a dual release, we have at least. I highly doubt it. Let's just say, just for argument's sake, Switch 2 comes out. It's available for purchase April 1st, right? I don't think Metroid would come out that early. I think it's more of a very late summer, really a fall game. I really think it's a fall game. So we would have like almost over a year to just be on the hype train. You know, they give us a teaser, and then we hear they send out a little tweet with like a picture with Samus in a brand new suit or something like you guys haven't seen before. Just little things, you know. I kind of think, in my personal opinion, that Metroid needs a little bit of the Zelda treatment. And no shade to me and Lily's most favorite. You know, we live in the castle here. Okay, she's literally a few rooms away from me. So, so the thing is that there were several directs there that ended with Tears of the Kingdom, and as a Zelda fan, I'm like, oh, Nintendo did this for me. I totally get that it's not all about me when it comes to these things. So but I see that the way they push Tears of the Kingdom, the way they push Breath of the Wild, I kind of think that Metroid needs that same push.
Yeah.
So
It does.
do the teaser, do a few leaks, do the tweets, do the whole gamut, run everything, and then drop the best, most bomb trailer on us, like after, and then let us know that it's like coming to the Nintendo Switch and the Switch to NES 64 Cube.
Yeah. I mean, they already acknowledged the next gen system, so they can actually say, although Furukawa did say we're not talking about next gen at all. So who knows?
That's why it works as a teaser, and they can just say, well, we're still working on it, or more updates later, or coming in 2025 or something like that. We don't have to.
I think absolutely. I think absolutely Metroid Prime 4, if they announce it, I think it's gonna be 2025, not 2024. Yeah.
And real quick, I wanted to hear. I'm sorry, Mike. I wanted to hear Lily's realistic one too.
Of course.
Realistic ones. I'm gonna go with Metroid 100%. But I don't really think that we're gonna get like when they originally released the Metroid Prime remaster, no one was actually expecting that. So if they were to release another remaster, because they have been working on it without us knowing or realizing it, it'll give us a little bit more time, a little bit more juice in terms of Metroid Prime 4 is coming. I do agree that they might have, I would say like 70% a chance that they will say something Metroid Prime 4. And of course, I don't really think it's going to be for Nintendo Switch. I think it's going to be for the Switch 2, because I mean, they have been working. Nintendo Switch has been something that they have been working on for a while. It's just that we have been waiting for them to accept it and to confirm that they have a Nintendo Switch 2, which they already did. So if Metroid Prime was hold back again and they started from scratch, and even if you go on LinkedIn, you see a bunch of people from Nintendo looking for people to work at retro studios, because they need people right now. And I feel like they really have to give us something. And I agree with Josie in terms, like, they really have to go for the Zelda treatment, because they need to give us something. That had been something that we haven't seen anything Metroid Prime for at all ever since it got announced. So we really need that. And but I also believe that next year is going to be Nintendo Switch 2 all the way. That's pretty much going to be the focus. The Legend of Zelda movie is going to be the focus as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to get something similar to Super Mario Brothers movie in terms of like an actual Legend of Zelda movie screen. Yeah. So I mean, so I'm going to go with Metroid, and if anything, Zelda will be amazing, but and of course the NSO. NSO is their big one.
You're right.
Anything NSO will be great, because I think that they have been working for a while, and still a lot of people that they're kind of hesitant to get it. But I'm on a family membership. That is the way to go. It's a great option for everybody. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but you can get that membership for a whole year, and all you have to do is to find 7 more people that want to be on the membership with you, and it's super cheap and very affordable, and you have access to a lot of games. So that's something that I really encourage everyone all the time, like, go and get your NSO. It's a really good pick. It's something that's going to give you a lot more value to your Switch. And even though we're going to see Nintendo Switch 2, people are going to stick with Nintendo Switch for a while before they can get the Nintendo Switch 2. So there's still plenty of things to do with the Switch. There's a reason why it has been their most successful console to this day, and people are still buying the Switch, and they will continue to buy it. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
that's it for me.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. When it comes to Metroid being basically, I do agree. Metroid as a franchise, they do need an overhaul if they want to expand the audience, if they want to increase and stop being like a niche title.
Mhm.
They do need to Breath of the Wild it.
Yeah,
In a
Breath
way,
of
you
the
know how
Wild.
Breath of the Wild was that breakthrough for Zelda. It literally reached brand new audiences, and I know
Yep.
there's a lot of people still wanting the old version of Zelda, but yeah, what they meant, what they've said in the past when they were asked, they said this is the most
This is
Zelda
it.
we've ever sold,
Yeah.
and anybody in the right mind in that position thinking this is the most sold Zelda we've ever sold ever. Why will we go back and then you know what I mean? So I do think Metroid needs that treatment. I'm not saying open world. I'm saying open zone, right? Metroid has
Mhm.
always been like this little kind of I call it like a little a hamster like labyrinth thingy where you have to kind of open a door and get a key over here and kind of go in through holes, turn into a ball, and try to. It's like a little what do you call that? Is it what's the word for that, Paul? Like it's always a ship, right? You enter a location and then there's always this map that looks exactly the same, and you have to kind of go through it and kind of open locations and areas and you know they need
Backtracking?
what was that?
Backtracking?
Yeah, is that the word? It's like a little maze. I think it's more like a maze.
Maze.
Yeah, kind of like a
Yeah.
maze with little areas here and there, right? And then you get to the big bad at the end of the maze there. I call it a little maze with a bunch of rooms, you know. And I think they need to kind of maybe expand from that, right? Kind of open the door and like let Samus out and just battle aliens like crazy, shoot aliens like everywhere, something like that. But and also add like a multiplayer to the
Oh,
to
that'd be nice.
yeah. It is Nintendo's, I think. I'm not counting Splatoon. I'm counting I think Metroid is Nintendo's most adult shooter game that they have, right? First person shooter game that they have.
Mature, yeah.
Yeah, and so
And also there's another thing. Like if
Huh?
if the Nintendo Cinematic Universe starts to expand, that's Metroid.
oh yeah.
I'm seeing that happening.
Oh, they're definitely making because it was inspired by aliens. So,
Yep.
they're definitely gonna, go around and do a Metroid movie with Samus and stuff like that. Hopefully they get maybe Sigourney Weaver's a little too old now. They can come back.
Yep,
But
yep.
oh yeah, so that's the Nintendo Direct. I saw the chat a lot of amazing
I read a lot of them. They were really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, really
there
good
were
picks.
a lot of good. You guys are more realistic than we are sometimes when it
Yep.
comes to picks. And with that, we have a topic to talk about, and yeah, we can go ahead and since we're entering the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, Nintendo has already given us the Mario movie. They did a fantastic job with that movie, right? That became the number one movie animated, beat Disney's butt, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's beating Disney right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right.
TikTok is beating Disney right now.
It's kind of easy to do that. But
Mine.
not only that, but soon after they
Oh, Lily.
look at that.
She's showing off her
that's
star.
Any.
Mario movie package, right? The little tin
And
box.
signed by Charles Martinet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I think I have something here by Charles also here. They sent it by email,
It's
by
really
mail. So yeah, Mario, the cinematic universe is in full swing. We already have one movie out, two movies planned and announced. Okay, it's not even just planned, announced. So imagine the secret ones that are still in there in development, right? Nintendo president, not president, Miyamoto and Avita Rod took to Twitter and announced the Legend of Zelda live action movie. Okay, and well, Wes Ball, who is the director of the Legend of Zelda movie, is a fan, a really big fan of the franchise. There's a tweet from 10 years ago. There's a tweet from Wes Ball from 10 years ago where he actually mentioned, I if there is a movie that I would love to direct, is the Zelda movie whenever it comes to, and look at him now. He's actually the director for the Zelda movie. It kind of came full circle. Even before he was like a well-known
The
director.
universe.
Yeah, it came full circle. He's now directing the movie. He is done with Planet of the Apes. The premiere happened, right? There's really good reviews for that movie. Don't look at Rotten Tomatoes. They're nuts. You know, look, if you go to Rotten,
everything's bad. I don't care what it is. I just think
if you go to Rotten
bad.
Tomatoes, hey, look, my coffee is here. Thank you.
Yay, coffee time.
Mrs. Odyssey for the win.
Thank you. Look.
It was delivered by the Odyssey ship.
Never give up, journey on. So cute.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers, guys.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Because I hit my mic.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Water.
Wait on mic.
I'm gonna drink water.
Oh, Mike is being summoned.
Microphone by Avery.
Mike is being summoned.
Sorry, guys. I was talking to my boss. I have to.
We were trying to have cheers real quick since we all have coffee now.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Okay. Cheers, guys. All right. Back to the conversation.
By the way, this mug is available if you like to drink coffee in the morning and just wake up with a beautiful attitude and say, you know what, today I'm not gonna give up because the journey continues. Mug is available.
I'll soon order my mugs. I have merch as well, and I have a mug, but I haven't ordered mine, so I don't have it with me. But I'll soon have mine.
I did it the very first day. Like I need this mug. I need this mug to wake up every morning just to have that positive energy. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Wes Ball finished Planet of the Apes, right? He's done with his break, my friends. He's done with his break. He's been releasing hints back and forth. He's talking openly about the movie in interviews. Okay.
Yeah.
And I am liking this guy more and more every single day. And I'm glad that we have a Zelda fan, a true Zelda fan.
Mm-hmm.
He was at one point, he kind of was asked, what is your favorite Zelda game or whatever. He was smart enough. He was like, he gave that look because he knows Zelda fans. he knows Zelda fans. He's like, okay, this is a question where they're gonna ask me what my favorite Zelda game, and if I say this, they're gonna be tying it to the movie, and then that I'm gonna be thinking this movie about inspired by this, and then forget it. All hell's gonna break loose. You know what? Nah, I just try to keep that to myself. And so, go ahead, Paul.
Sorry, no, I've heard it compared to someone online saying, "Man, I really like pancakes." So what? So you hate waffles?
Exactly.
That's a whole other conversation. What is she talking about? I have that saved.
And that's it. Oh, so you say your favorite game is Wind Waker? Oh, great. So we're just gonna be spending water the whole time in the movie and nothing about. And that's how some people would react.
Yeah.
If you go back in the day and watch Animaniacs. I was a kid watching Animaniacs growing up.
God,
but they had the skit with the three pigeons.
Yeah.
One pigeon was always really mad. And I remember, you're looking good today. What? So I didn't look good yesterday? You didn't compliment me yesterday. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying you look good. So anyways,
right. Yeah.
Sorry. All right, Mike. Just
no, but I agree. That's a perfect analogy. Perfect. Thank you for that.
That's a perfect way to describe it. And it was really cool that after a while, like that video went a little bit viral where, he was trying to share his favorite Zelda movie and he decided not to say it. Then he got a lot of backlash, of course. And then he posted a picture of him on the release date. I think it was in Japan or something because the sign was in Japanese for Tears of the Kingdom, and he was saying like, "Hey, I'm one of you guys. Like, I'm in your team, okay?"
That was a gotcha moment.
I don't understand why. Okay, let's take the backlash out of it. Is it really our business anyway? You know what I mean? I always look at things of
Yeah.
it's not worth really getting mad at somebody if
Exactly.
it's not something they have to answer. He didn't have to answer that, or he could have given. I think it's great that he didn't answer it, honestly,
Yeah.
because I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Well, he's been tweeting about this since like forever ago, so he's a fan. It's in good hands. I have faith because if he messes up, me and Lily are going to go to his house.
Yep.
And I mean, we just want to talk, of course.
And he's the director,
Very
but
civilized.
remember, we have Shigeru Miyamoto right next to the guy.
I don't know where my baseball bat went.
He's probably
But
gonna
we
be
just want to
there.
talk.
Look, Shigeru Miyamoto is probably gonna be there on filming day every single day, and right next to West Ball, looking at everything, improving everything, making sure that everything is straight. I'm gonna say one thing, my friends. Do not expect a movie after any video game out there. Oh, can you do it based on this game? No, we are getting a brand new story in the lore of The Legend of Zelda that is going to be a good enough movie to explain to the general audience. This movie is meant to attract new people and bring new people into the Legend of Zelda fan bubble, right? And
Right.
so the movie is going to be just like that. It's going to be a movie that is going to be, in a general sense, a movie that's going to present the story in a way that everyone will understand, right? And then it's going to build on top of that, and it's going to get deeper and deeper as the movies progress, because already Shigeru Miyamoto already confirmed this is not going to be the first movie. We're going to have multiple movies for The Legend of Zelda.
Wait, he said we definitely would have multiple movies.
Yeah, he said multiple movies. He said in the sequels, we're going to retcon a little bit of this, whatever, but we're going to go ahead and kind of build upon that because the lore is so deep that they have to kind of grow it grow it. I'm pretty sure I can honestly say I would probably see maybe 4 to 6 movies of just an entire series, right? But that's just my opinion, speculation. But I know there could be more than one movie, more than 2, at least a trilogy. And so Link is gonna talk, just getting all the stuff out there first, right? Because I know I've seen a whole bunch of arguments out there about Link better not talk, or they better make the movie with Child Link so they can start with Ocarina of Time, or they better start this, they better start that. They're not gonna base it off of any game, and most importantly, I think some Zelda fans are gonna get a little crazy with this one. It might not even be attached to the timeline of the game. It might be something completely different. Like
that hurts, but it's true.
Yeah. The Zelda movies will be its own thing from the video game. So don't try to fill it in. Where does this fit in the timeline from the video games? It's gonna be completely separate.
But you have to remember, well, actually, at one point, the splittist, we were called that, people who believed in the timeline split, people who didn't believe in the timeline split, and then people who did not believe in the timeline at all. We were all at war at one point. I was not participating. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But we were all at war at one point, and I think we've all come to a conclusion of there's some kind of jacked up timeline, but I think we all agree it's not necessarily in the right order.
Yeah.
And we've all accepted that it's literally their legends. And I know I've said this before. I felt like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, really, if Nintendo really wanted to go full force with something a little bit more concrete, they could honestly say, well, everything that was in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, that's believed from all those weird legends from all the time ago. That weird legend about an ocarina and that weird legend about this. You know what I mean? So it could be something like that if they wanted to go in a straight line. But I do think let me tell you what's going to happen, Mike.
Yeah.
Us Zelda fans, we're going to make it fit into the timeline.
I know. Yeah, I know.
We're going to.
It's like trying to stick a cube peg into a square circle. Like,
yes, that's exactly
there. It belongs there.
It does. Okay, right somewhere between Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But the reason I say that is because I think Nintendo does enjoy they don't like I don't think they necessarily enjoy the criticism of us do it this way and do it that way, but I think they enjoy the fun that we have with it, the lore, because of the. So they like kind of saying, "Oh yeah, it's in the timeline somewhere. Yeah, y'all go figure it out.
Yeah,
it's up to your imagination. Go have fun with that." So
Yeah.
I do think that, and the simple fact the reason we're going to put it somewhere in the timeline is because of the fact that it's a Zelda game. There's going to be a Zelda, and there's going to be a Link, and I would bet money there's definitely going to be a Master Sword.
Yeah,
at least
I'm going with the Master Sword.
Yeah, there are games that do not have them. Yeah, that don't have the Master Sword, right? I can't remember which one.
Yeah, Link's Awakening doesn't have the Master Sword.
I think it does. I played it like 5 years ago, and I still don't remember it. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. But the point is, those are the three things that, and maybe Ganon, maybe because he's the most popular villain,
Right.
So we're automatically going to try to tie it to the timeline, and and the other reason why is because if they stray too far off the path, we're going to trash it. We're going to hate it. So it kind of, so the games are the base. They're the base, and they kind of have to leap from that to grow into something completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
So don't be surprised if you hear stories in there. The story itself is not going to be about what we already know from the games, but don't be surprised if this new Link, this talking Link that we can hear and everything, he's like, I heard this legend about an ocarina once. I heard this legend about this other land that
Easter eggs will be everywhere.
Easter eggs will be everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's in there for a reason.
Yeah,
it's not only Easter eggs. Also, I have a little bit of a rose tinted glasses on for Wes, because I'm like, I feel that he's writing from the perspective that I wrote it from. That yes, I love this, and I'm going to treat it with care, but I have to make sure that I write it for a much broader audience.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And not only that, but man, I'm sorry, but I don't want to see Ganon off the bat. I want them to build. I want to see smaller.
He could be in the next movie.
I want to see smaller villains, right? And then all of a sudden at the last shot, we see an image like just like a throne coming up like that of somewhere, and then we see Ganon's hands, and then all of a sudden his face, like he's just like looking at us, and then the camera goes dark, and that's the Ganon we see, just like that. And it's like a build up to that big battle with Ganon, right? Not right off the bat.
I see what you're saying. So you just don't want to see him from the beginning through.
Yeah,
you don't want to see him throughout the movie.
You're thinking of like a Thanos build up.
Exactly.
Right, that's what they did in Twilight Princess.
Yeah. That's what made the Infinity Stone saga so great, and that's the best saga Marvel has ever had. Is that slow build up to a slow build up? There's so much they could go over, and Garahim could be in somewhere in there and as a big bad, right? But they could slowly build up and then give us that. First thing, give us more movies of Zelda. We spend more time in Hyrule, and then we end it with a big bad, like that big bad, and then make him almost undefeatable. You know what I mean? The Master Sword cannot be in, like, again, he cannot be with that. Again, Link has to work his way up to that strength and try to pull the Master Sword, and just, like all that things that we've been going through with Zelda. We have to feel that with the movie, like Link is actually increasing heart as he goes by, right? From the startup as scrawny old Link, kind of signing up to be part of the Royal Guard, the Royal Guard, and then him being chosen as Princess Zelda's kind of right hand or whatever, and kind of go through there, right? And
just I got an idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll just take off of my own story that I have for Link in my head. I really, for the first time, and now is a really good opportunity to do it. I want to see Link with his own family.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
At least give him parents, okay? Because I still want to understand why. Exactly, and that was one of the things I loved about Tears of the Kingdom, is like, you have so many friends, and genuine ones. I love that for Link, because in Breath of the Wild, he wake up, all his friends are dead, and that's traumatizing.
Yeah,
and his girl is stuck in the castle. So I would like to see an actual baby Link grow up. Not grow all the way up, but maybe get to 10, 12
Yeah,
years old, something
yeah.
like that. And then like everything like gets like crazy and dystopian and evil, and he like, you know, and just traumatize him because it's a character, so it's okay. Not in real life, but it's okay.
Yeah. But at
And
that
poor
point,
Paul is bursting at the seams.
but at that point, I love what you say, Joycey, because at that point you've already established a connection with Link, with himself, with his backstory and his loss, and the way why he's so stoic and so like he grows up to be this man like with character and just strength and valor, right? Because something has to make him that way. You know, he has to be fighting for something. So I love that fact. Like
Mike gets me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
I lost my parents, I lost my village, I lost this, and now I have this responsibility to take over to guard the princess, and he'll just stand up for that moment. I love that, love it.
Yeah.
An Oscar for you, Jason. Get the
The
What
I
do you-
have my makeup brushes.
Yay. I want to dedicate this award to.
all right,
I
Paul.
want to dedicate this to my podcast family. I gotta thank God and my mom, and yeah, you know,
I think Paul should be casted as Link's dad. Well, no, never mind, because he'll probably die in the movie.
oh my God, if
What?
I was so doing this movie, I would have cast all of you already to do something. I don't even know what it is, but you would do something.
I want to be an extra. That's it.
Yeah. Extra.
Gosh,
will
an
do.
extra, like just one Hylian knight.
Yeah, just a Highland,
Yes.
That'd be
yeah,
cool.
just an Highland old Puerto Rican dude just walking by.
And
the
Tears of
long
the
hair.
Kingdom, that is now possible. That is now a thing. Same with Breath of the Wild, I think.
That's right. But as a well, because they're all dead, right?
Who's all that?
In Tears of the Kingdom and in Breath of the Wild.
No, in Breath of the Wild, all of his friends are dead.
Ooh.
What I was saying is, you were saying a Puerto Rican Hylian knight. Well, because because Nintendo has caught up a lot
Yeah.
better,
Uh-huh.
we
Mhm.
have different shades of beauty
Oh, that's true.
all,
That's true.
all across Hyrule now, and I
Yeah.
absolutely adore it.
Yeah. But Paul,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Paul. Poor
go ahead, Paul. What do you think?
Of what in particular?
So we're talking about the Zelda movie, and in regards to story, like what kind of story can they tell? I mean, I can't stop thinking about what Joshi said, the backstory of Link. That's just something that's so touching for real, because you know. So in that line, kind of like thinking about the story they could tell, not necessarily going into the what we would know, but maybe what they could tell to the general population in order for them to kind of grab their attention.
I think it's an origin-ish movie, probably for the most part. I could see that they have a young man or a late teenage actor and actress, respectively, for Link and Zelda, but that they do have a younger cast to show off them earlier, but they don't use too much of it, but a little bit of a backstory within the movie, which is kind of a setting things up themselves, especially when they say later on, or when they did say that, later on, we're going to have some films that retcon certain things. I think that's almost like a hint that we're going to be going back and we'll be explaining things as to why do you see the same actor in a different timeline.
Yeah.
The same character? No, it's because the hero is being reborn again or reincarnated again, and that's why you could pick one actor-actress team, and if the next movie takes place 100 years later, it's like, wait, do they Hylians just live that long and not age? Oh, it's because they're reborn, or or reincarnated. So something along those lines. But I could see. I mean, I always go back to Ocarina of Time, as I really like that Link growing up in the Lost Woods and with those kind of people, but then you take away the family kind of aspect.
Kokiri, right? Kokiri, is it Kokiri?
Yeah, the Kokiri Forest.
Kokiri. And it'd be awesome to kind of find like for example, Link after, like, I'm just going off Joycey. His village has been destroyed. He's just walking as a kid, just kind of finding his way. He kind of faints, and the Kokiri kind of find him and bring him into the village, right? And then maybe Ocarina of Time there. That's just him recently just getting there. Kind of doesn't really know a lot about the village yet, but he's just there with them. He wakes up and then he's encountered. That's why he doesn't have a fairy. he just got there and he's not really from there. What Joycey mentioned had passed already in his past, and he's just there without a fairy, and then all of a sudden a fairy comes to him and his destiny is enlightened like that. So that'll be awesome for like a backstory too. Like Paul was saying, I kind of go to the back and show Link as
you
a
gotta
child.
give people the games are different, because we can all vibe to the games. We want to beat the game, so we're gonna follow the rules. We don't ask a whole lot of questions, but because the series is much older and it has gained so many fans, and welcome all the new fans, we can't get away with no motivation. Because if you really think about it, when you play Zelda, are you really mad at Ganon? No, you're not.
Oh, not really. No.
Because it's kind of like, especially when you finish Wind Waker, Mike, you might have a different view of Ganon. He's still a bad guy, but it's almost like you ain't necessarily wrong. You're just going about it not in the
wrong way.
But the thing is, you have to have motivation. And I think one of the tougher things, and I want Lily and Paul to really chime in on this. Mike, you too, of course, because you love cinema. I think the hard line is you have to convince the audience, a new audience, that Ganon is bad. You can't do that by just, he's evil and he's scary and, he has gloom hands that come out and get you.
Oh my God, man. Can you imagine the gloom hands making it to the movie? I will not sleep that night.
Yes, we will. We'll be fine.
Live action.
I'll sing lullabies to you. But seriously, we can't really do that. But what's the fine line is, we don't want people to necessarily hate Ganon, because we don't want that to trickle into the games. But we need people to not like him and understand why he's a bad guy. And I think that's going to be the tough part. Even for me, when I write my stories about Zelda and everything like that, how do I do this without making Ganon so hated that we just want him to, we cancel him? How about that? We cancel him like the internet cancels everybody. We don't want to see him. We don't want to talk to him. We don't like you. We don't come back in any games. Never again.
Yeah.
Go, Paul. Go.
Although, with certain entertainment, like a movie, I mean, a compelling villain can really make a hero that good if you do dislike the villain in such a way where, you like Batman more for how much you realize Joker is evil throughout the series, you like Superman more for just how nasty Lex Luthor is. When you're a fan of watching pro wrestling, and you're a fan of The Rock, you like The Rock more for how bad they make Triple H. And the actors, the wrestlers, the performers, if their role is to draw heat and to be a villain and to make the audience boo, that's engagement. And you'd be like, why would you want to be booed? But you need to be booed to make the hero better, because overall it's the product that you're trying to sell. So if you make Ganondorf this bad dude who's awesome or cool, that's why I casted Henry Cavill, because I'm like, he could play this suave, cool looking guy, but also crank up the bad and
the villain everybody loves to hate.
Gosh, have both of that dynamic in there. I don't know.
It can be
and
done.
You want a cool action figure. You want to be able to sell the toy like, dang, this toy looks so cool. This is a bad guy toy, but I want to own it because it's neat and I like him. Even though, I can't believe he destroyed this town and just blew up these poor Gorons. Oh, I want Link to win and triumph. But
see, that's what I mean. I like that. Blow up the Goron. Well, we don't want to blow up all the Gorons, but maybe hurt a really important Goron or something like that, like Daruk or something.
Yeah.
And but we have to find a reason to make, because it's a little bit tougher to make. I don't want to say it's tough to rile people up, but we're living in a world now where we can't say the wrong thing, we can't think the wrong thing, we can't type the wrong thing.
You have to think twice.
Exactly, have to think everything twice. And in my mind, all I could think is, you are the king over a whole bunch of good-looking women. I don't understand why. Women. I don't. And the Gerudo always been some good-looking women. So I don't understand what you're mad about in the first place. That gets explained over time. But I need you to explain and I need you to be enough of a bad guy so the audience sees your point and understands and hates you at the same time. You know, think about Black Panther, the villain in Black Panther.
Yeah.
Not everybody can relate, but the point is that he had a point, but he really was not going about it the right way at all. So you kind of hated to have to root against him, but you had to root against him because it's like,
Yeah.
it's not the way. So if they could find that good line right there,
Mhm.
and then I don't want Ganon and Link having no special moments or anything like that. No, just stab him.
no,
Just stab
no.
him.
No need.
Listen, I'm a good movie I can point to that has this kind of feeling of there's a bit we know there's a big bad in the background somewhere that's just being referenced everywhere, and he's looking more evil than ever, more and more throughout the movie. Is I would say the Justice League Snyder cut. Okay, the Justice League Snyder cut, where yeah, we have the big bad, the guy with the horns. I can't remember his name. And he's there, and he also has his minions under him as well. He's very powerful himself, so it took the entire Justice League to defeat him. Superman came and kicked his butt, but you know, he was serving somebody else, and so that's what I want to see with Zelda. I want to see not the lower, but the still powerful villains like Garahim and other ones are gonna being put in there in a certain way where okay, the big bad for the first movie cannot be Ganon, but Ganon is in. You know that his presence is so massive there and so scary and so big there that even though that big guy, that powerful guy that they're showing now as a villain, is kind of bowing down to Ganon. You know, he's like you know what I mean? And then build up from there, right? So again, like I keep going back to Infinity War to Thanos, right? At one point, Thanos was everywhere at the end, right? But at the beginning, we know he was there, and then you see all these kind of bad guys are powerful. But how can this one is powerful? How can there be one even more powerful than this one? You know? And so in that way, I agree with you with Henry Cavill. It'll be such a great addition with for Ganon. Man, as a Gerudo, I can see him like, you know. But,
or what if he's like all handsome and he's just like the evil guy in the nice suit, like oh, this is a really old movie for a lot of those watching. Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino.
Mhm.
A little bit younger Al Pacino, and really look good in a suit, and really just has like Paul was saying, just suave, and just it's like, dude, we know you're evil. Like, why are you, you know? And he just does little things around Hyrule, and we have to fight all of his minions, and finally, like by the end of the trilogy or whatever, however many movies it's going to be, then like he like drops the mask and he turns into like the big evil pig guy, and then he turns like green or whatever. I think that would be awesome. Lily, okay, you write your Zelda script.
What if
I'm sorry, Mike.
What if we don't get Ganon in this movie and we get Demise?
Depending on how far back it goes.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Demise? And then he kind of comes back at the end of the movie as Ganon.
They would have, but see, to me, that's too much like Skyward Sword, unless they're going back before Skyward Sword, which would be really interesting. I would love that actually.
Because there's nothing written before that, and there's happenings before that, right?
Yeah, there's a whole war like before Skyward Sword. There's a reason why they're up in the sky. But what I was also going to say though is, my only thing is, I wonder if they'll play it safe by using Ganon, but it's going to be a brand new story, like you all have said. But they're going to still use Ganon, because you have to think about it. Everybody, like you've told us before, explained to us before, everybody knows who Mario is, no matter where you live, who you are.
Yeah.
Even if you don't play the games. I think Ganon, Link, and Zelda are recognized enough that they might say, oh, that's what those games were about. Well, okay, I'll go watch the movie. So that's why I think they'll go with Ganon. And then they can always do one of those and then do a prequel. You know, they could do that too. But I've been saying for the longest time, I want to see what happened before Skyward Sword to get them up there in the first place.
Yeah.
Paul, I really want to hear Lily. Oh, or Paul. Sorry. Both of y'all.
Um,
No.
Go ahead,
I'm
Paul.
good.
Because no, go. Because I feel like we have been taking a lot of your time, and I'm sorry.
Me too, Paul. You know I get how I get when it's about Zelda.
No, I mean, I continue to ponder and ponder just what this movie could be. What is it going to look like? What are the integral characters that have to be in it? The Zelda universe is so big. It's so many years of history to pull from. You know, there are some things that I really hope, like, I want to see the Deku Tree. I think that's got to be in it. I think Hyrule
It
Castle and the
Yeah.
Temple of Time.
Mhm.
Maybe not Temple of Time, but Hyrule Castle's got to be in it. Deku Tree's got to be in it. Kokiri Forest for sure.
Yeah.
The Land of Hyrule, yes. The Master Sword, yes.
Mhm.
Link and Zelda, yes. And then I start to think, okay, you've got a really good, solid movie right there. Koroks, not necessarily, but maybe. Gorons, I would like it, but they don't have to be one of the races. The Gerudo,
Yeah.
it should
Zora,
be if you're going
Rito, I want all of them.
trying to go. The Rito,
The
maybe,
Dorito, you mean? Like
The
Dorito?
Dorito.
I don't know
Dorito.
how they'd get the
Dorito?
Rito in there.
Like there's a lot, so not everything has to be musical instruments. I mean, you could get by with
Music.
not necessarily a musical instrument, but Link humming. You could do certain things like that, or you could, I don't know, it's just so exciting. It's like I can't wait for some of these things, these throwbacks, like in order to the water is just going down hardcore in this waterfall and you cannot go past, but you see some little frogs and the frogs are like, you gotta, feed us food in the right order to make us croak. And the croak is, something classic. And Link's like, how do I do that? So you see him whittling and something and he goes, or, he does something silly and like, there's just so much. And yeah, I'm only going on.
I like what you said there, that you want to see some key characters. So what key characters are those that you would like to actually this movie kind of needs to establish it? I know it's Link and Zelda, but who else?
I'll say that they have to go with something Breath of the Wild-ish, Tears of the Kingdom wise, because that's the wider audience. So any characters that we kind of fell in love with, and both of them could be reasonable for them to appear, because that way they don't have to explain a lot.
Cast for the win. Just let him narrate the whole thing.
Yay!
I already know who should voice him. Is a YouTuber on here. I already know who should voice him. Just let Cass. All we need to do is just see Cass narrate. He don't have to explain nothing. Just Cass is okay. That's all we care about.
And the Deku Tree, I feel like it's a must, because everybody knows the Deku Tree, even though they might not even played I don't know, Ocarina of Time ever in their lives, but they know who the Deku Tree is, because we have seen the Deku Tree in both games, and of course like Ritos, Gorons, Soras, and if they don't add them specifically, they will slowly get there. And I was reading on the comments, and Bloopies and Rupees mentioned like a trilogy sort of Lord of the Rings will be like a good night thing. So if you think about it, they can start building from there and then slowly introducing those characters. But I honestly think that we're not going to see anything from the goddesses or the Triforce. We will see it there, but we won't see any lore of it.
Yeah.
Yet.
So I mean, I hope they do have the Triforce in this, and the Triforce is like the main.
I hope so too, but
but
we've been really getting away from that in the games.
Yeah, I
years
love
now.
the Triforce thing. I really love that, and this is the thing: Triforce, courage, the wisdom, and then power, right? And it'll be cool if they just built the movies around that.
Yeah.
First movie, Link has to find the Triforce of courage in order to kind of
Only problem with that is that's Zelda 1.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going back. They're gonna make a story where for us as Zelda 1, or for Zelda fans in general, is like going way back. But they are gonna make a story, maybe a brand new one that introduces the entire thing. I think the Triforce has been a big part of Zelda, and
It has been.
it has to be in the movie, in some form factor, or even a scene or a narration of the past or something in a certain way. The Triforce has to be there because where did Ganon get his power? Right, the Triforce, right?
Because there's another very important factor here is that any Zelda game has been always gameplay first and then the story. This is not going to be the case. Like they have to focus on the story.
Yeah, this is a story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the most
boss
exciting
battles.
part.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but also the most worrying one. Like it's kind of nerve wracking in a way.
Yeah.
I want to see some cool boss battles.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Like that's a really neat thing. It's the bad guys too. The Lizoflos, the Stalfos Knights, Dark Nuts.
The
Are we gonna
enemies,
see,
yeah.
like Volvagia, or there's some really impressive visuals that you could get out of the bosses that I don't think
Star-Lord.
you've seen in a lot of movies
Yes.
lately. Like Twin Rova. Just imagine this mirror shield and this ice witch and this fire witch, and Link is battling them, and bob, and like they're so cool. And I watched Dune 2, and Dune 2 was neat, and then that made me think of like, the sandworms. You could use that as the Breath of the Wild monsters that
Yeah,
get
you're
that
right.
out.
You're right.
But you also want to do something that that movie just did it. You're ripping from that. You're not. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
lots of movies. I mean, Tremors had sandworms back in the day. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean? So, Beetlejuice, correct? In a
Yeah.
way, right? So, you want to hopefully give a movie with a lot of different visuals and different boss battles and enemies that you don't see too common, or aren't too common.
I mean, it's an open book right now. It's an open book. I think we want to see so much, and I think Wes already said he has a vision of what he wants for the movie. It's a Studio Ghibli type of movie, but live action. And so, when it comes to the I think the scenes and how the not the such the story, but more like the visual of things of his, the sets they're gonna build. I know they're gonna be filming on location. Hopefully, like Joyce said in the past, they find an actual castle. That would be really cool. Somewhere in Scotland. There's a whole bunch of castles out there. They're really good, right?
Yeah, very beautiful castles.
Yeah, there are really good castles. They can shoot on location. Hopefully, it's not a CGI thing. But yeah, obviously there are going to be CGI stuff. I hope they include dragons. It'll be cool. It's like a dragon flying over the sky, like
Yeah.
I was thinking about, I don't know. I'm over 40, y'all. Don't get over 40. Start forgetting stuff real easy. There's a lot they can do basically.
Yeah.
If they do this, this is my fear. I know, Lily, I tell you every single week, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine or whatever. But I don't want this is my fear. I don't want them to rush. I hate a rushed movie. I hate a rushed game. I hate a rushed book. Just let it marinate. It's more savory, as we all know.
You mean like they take their time with the story? Take their time with the story?
As long as they're actually explaining things. Because one of the things about writing, and I know everybody has their own creative things. Mine is writing. When you write, you should have a rough draft about that big. Your final product should be like that.
Okay.
Because all of this is just fact.
Yeah.
I don't need to explain. I figured out how to.
I can identify with that.
I figured out how to explain the entire timeline split in 3 lines. I had to cut it down from 10 pages, and I did it in 3 lines. Because I was like, how much fat can I cut this off? How can I make it so everybody understands exactly what's going on? And the fans get it, the newcomers get it, everybody gets it. So I just don't want them to rush. So Nintendo, Sony, everybody, Wes, if it takes 5 movies, if it takes 2 movies, if it really only takes one good 3-hour movie, just don't rush. That's my biggest concern.
I agree.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Yeah, and
everything else will be fine.
That's why I was referring to slow buildups, because sometimes slow buildups allow you to enjoy more. They can focus more on the details and make the movie
bigger
great.
picture.
Yeah, I saw King Kong X Godzilla because it's now on Apple TV. So I saw it last night. Movie's
Oh, I haven't seen
fantastic.
it.
I adore it. I love that movie. But I did feel like they rushed a little bit in the beginning. It was kind of fast paced almost the entire way there, right? And but then they got to the fights, and that was another level. Like the movie was fantastic. I love it, and I don't mind that type of build up, like fast paced like that. Even with the Mario movie, they did it like that, right? It was just like, okay, like 5 minutes earlier he was in his bedroom, 5 minutes later he's in the Mushroom Kingdom, already on his way to his adventure. Let's get ready for an adventure. Wait, you were in the bedroom right there? What happened so fast, right? And so I do agree that a slow build up for the movie, it needs to be take the time to marinate, to give us good scenes and good dialect, good acting, and just kind of immerse us in Hyrule. We need to feel like we're part of the Hyrule by the time we're done with the movie. And I know it's gonna be more than one movie because they confirmed it already, but it has to end on a really crazy cliffhanger, right? Not like a cliffhanger as in an unfinished matter, but
Yeah.
in like there's more, kind of way. Not that they did defeat the first boss or the first battle or whatever, but that this
Did
was
you secretly read my script? Did you come and take it out of my off my bookshelf?
No, I'm just learning from you, Josie. I listen to you a lot. I'm just learning, so our minds are kind of.
No, and the reason I say that because I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what they should do.
Yeah.
Which means they're going to do something completely different.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back and say, why didn't I think of that? That was brilliant. At least that's what I'm hoping to say.
Now the big question is, we talk about Zelda movie. There's a Nintendo Direct around the corner. They've already now acknowledged that they are working on it. West Ball is completely done with his tongue. With his tongue.
With the what?
Tongue thing. And they finished in November. He has had already his time. He was going to take about 2-3 months to rest. December, January, February. Okay, so technically they've already started post-production in the movie. He's just very quiet about it. Nintendo's very quiet about it. He wants to share. That's what he's talking about. You can tell that he, like with Planet of the Apes, he was just sharing everything throughout the entire experience, even back from the set and then horses on apes and oh no, apes on horses.
Apes on horses, yeah.
Not horses on apes.
That's Zelda.
Crazy. Yeah.
The Zelda Donkey Kong crossover we didn't know we needed.
Yes.
but he's a kind of director who likes to share, to keep the fans excited because he himself is like a fan and he will like to know. But with this, what if we get to hear more news on the movie in this direct? And I want to point out that we heard about the Mario movie in a Nintendo Direct in the middle of games. Then we had other directs who pointed out to the to other things. But when we heard the cast, I remember we were watching a regular Nintendo Direct. Chris Pratt, Mario, everybody went nuts. But that was in a Direct. I just have to say that it was.
If this Nintendo Direct is a little light on the big heavy games, you could make people happy with just that.
Yeah.
And we're happy today to announce some upcoming Zelda projects. And here is the Lego Zelda Deku Tree.
Oh yeah, there's another rumor about that. Yeah.
Here is the first
I'm so excited.
cast portion of the Zelda movie announced. Here is your link. But oh my gosh, that would be enough to get the airwaves and get the Hollywood press and get the boom, and the video game industry, and everything would be hashtag Zelda movie all over. Everything would be hashtag Paul Gale as Link all over. I mean, it would be nuts. You know what I mean?
I love that. I love that. Just one character per direct.
Just that's it.
I could cast Paul as Link's dad. I mean, I'll have to kill you off eventually, but you'll be there for a good 20 lines.
20 lines.
No, because think about it. Think about it. Look. Okay, look at Paul, and now picture him as like 12. He would make a good Link.
Wait.
And so then you have a baby now, and his name is Link, and now he has to go save the world. Look, Nintendo Wes, call me. Mr. Ball, call me.
Ball, don't drop the ball.
Call Paul, and he'll call me.
Better call Paul.
Better call Paul.
Better call Paul. We're gonna have a segment on this show eventually called "Better Call Paul."
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, we're doing that. Sorry, Paul. I know we didn't ask your permission, but we're just gonna do it.
Better call Paul.
Better
If
call
I'm ever
Paul,
not
yeah.
on a
Better
podcast
call
and out there
Paul.
teaching or something like that.
Yeah.
No, we'll have like segments of we're just interrupting your class. You're trying to give a test or something. You're like, no, guys, the actual Zelda movie is this. And, no, stop cheating. I know your students don't cheat. I'm just saying.
But that could be a possibility, and that's even. I mean, let's not say it's happening. We're speculating, but again,
We're having fun.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. We can hear about. We heard the release date for the next Mario Universe movie in a tweet. What stops it from telling us the release date at least for the Legend of Zelda movie? In this, we get Miyamoto I can see it. Miyamoto, Avita Ran, and Wes Ball on camera at the same time. And does Onuma have to be there? Because he's in the games, right? Not the movie.
I hope. But he's in the games. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how.
I think Miyamoto's going to take care of Hollywood part. Yeah. Miyamoto's
Do you think we get a Stan Lee equivalent cameo of Mr. Miyamoto somewhere?
Sure.
Get out of my head.
For sure. He has to be there. He has to be there.
Like selling a potion at a shop in the background.
A villager, yes.
a little villager saying,
just something, or like just the same exact line in every movie.
Or it could just be which way? Excuse me, sir. Which way to Lake Hylia? Over there. And it's like Onuma or it's Miyamoto. No, if they could somehow sneak a lot of the dev teams in.
Yeah, that would be.
That's an Easter egg in of itself. No, wait, Miyamoto's like King Rome, or Ramas. What Paul could probably pronounce it. I can't.
If he wants to, there's no reason. So I think it's a thing of if he'd like to. Miyamoto has enough legacy, enough history, enough weight at Nintendo that if he wants to, he will. But from my interactions with him over the last 20 years, he's pretty humble. He's pretty normal person. They're very much not used to and not expecting the starstruckness, and it's almost cute in a way that how unaware they are, and I want to say the right way of saying it, like unaware of just how loved they are for their work, and like really you want picture with me, and really all these people are here for my signature and my autograph, and why is everyone coming around? Like, man, you don't understand. You've got millions of fans that as much passion as you put into creating these games, there's a reason why you are their hero. That's why I felt it was amazing meeting Mr. Miyamoto for the first time and for the next dozen times afterwards. And that's why Nintendo also had different crowd control kind of things at these earlier E3s until later on. It's like, whoa, security is very tight. I mean, I remember like he almost got stomped on at the red carpet premiere for the Super Nintendo or for Super Mario Bros. Movie because he had a lot of casual fans like hoarding around him, and I wasn't his bodyguard, so I couldn't do anything at the time. You know what I mean?
You should have called you.
Yeah, I always say if I was born any other nationality, I would have loved to have been Japanese, just because they're such beautiful people with so much respect and so much hardworking people, very creative. All anime comes from that direction. I gotta thank for Dragon Ball Z. Hello, my favorite anime of all time. And so I'm pretty sure Street Fighter was over there too, right? From
Street Fighter's from Capcom.
Yeah. So I'm telling you. But I can see that, and even more so have Miyamoto in the movie. He wouldn't deny. He wouldn't say no. He wouldn't say no. Just be a villager in every movie. Just kind of like.
Unless he could be too shy or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, come on, Miyamoto and or Mr. Aonuma.
Give it that little sense of comic relief a little bit. Just kind of like, hey, that's Miyamoto. What is he doing? Like doing something. Or have him like at the end, just maybe something he does ends up being something bigger towards Link later on.
You know how Mr. Miyamoto expressed in the past, one of the inspirations for coming up with Zelda is his own reflection as a young boy going into the woods. So maybe we see in the movie there's a shot where Link is going through the woods, exploring and stuff like that, just being his kid in his little green tunic, and then. There's other people there, and he sees an older man who's kind of like lifting up a log, looking for bugs or something like that. And hi, have fun on your journey, son. Yeah, something. Have fun on your journey. Like that would be like, dude, it's coming full circle. How beautiful of a moment it would be for us to see Mr. Miyamoto. Almost gets me emotional thinking of that because, like, that would be cool. That's why he did it. That's what gave him, like, here he's the little boy in the woods, but he's this, Nintendo 64-year-old man now, out there in the woods and
having a scene of child Link like playing in the woods, and all of a sudden Miyamoto's there, kind of.
Sorry, 71 years old, not Nintendo 64 years old.
Yeah, that'll be something.
Just to have him there, I love what Paul said. He said, or Paul, roll with me here.
I know what you're gonna say. Miyamoto as Ganondorf. Yep.
That's a good one, but no.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up on Paul on that one. No, but Paul, you'll appreciate this. When Link is finally ready to, I'm going on my journey to go beat up Ganon, and he passes Miyamoto somewhere as he's leaving the area of Hyrule, and Miyamoto says, "Be careful, son. It's dangerous to go alone."
Yeah, yep.
Let's go.
That has to be the line.
Alone, take this.
That has to be the line. No, that has to be the line.
Oh my gosh.
Call us, Nintendo.
The line that started it all. I'm pretty sure that line has to be in there somewhere.
It has to be. It's classic.
Yes.
That is an absolute. If they don't have it in there, I'm gonna be a little bit mad.
Man.
If I can work that line into my story. I work. Excuse me, princess. I don't say it like Link doesn't say it like that, but put in some. Those are the Easter eggs that the fans will laugh.
They will catch
harder.
up. Yep.
But people who aren't familiar, it's still in context, so they know what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna be laughing our butts off.
Like I am error, or it's a secret to everybody.
It's a secret to everybody.
You know how in Ocarina of Time he has to get his sword and his shield before he's able to go out into the to the world to kind of fight, right? It'll be cool if like in the actual movie at the beginning before he actually heads out, he goes into a shop to find a sword, and there's Miyamoto just kind of like making the sword like he's like a swordsmith or something like that. Is it?
I know a blacksmith.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, then he hands a sword and says that line. That'd be cool. But
like in I don't know if you guys saw the Little Mermaid movie, but I mean Jolie, who she was the voice originally for Ariel, there was this scene where she was going to eat something, and then she was there, and she gave her a fork, and she said, "You're gonna need this." That's a way of passing it on to her generation, and I think it was very, very nice. So something like that, like an Easter egg, something similar, would be super nice, just to give us the fans something, right?
Yeah.
Or just like the whole "excuse me, princess." We know where that comes from. But what if let's just say Zelda and Link are friends or something, and they're having like a heated argument, and he's like, "Well, excuse me, princess," and then just like walks off.
Look at my hair. Look at my hair.
We see Mike. So low key, that's what Joe does to me if I start getting too rowdy. He'll just be like, "Excuse me," and he'll just walk away from me. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, babe, come back. So I think that see stuff like that in us as fans, we would just die laughing in the theater, and everybody would be like, why are they laughing? This is a serious moment. We don't get it, but we know what's going on. So I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now that we've planned the entire movie.
So there's one thing I want to put out there, and I know that immediately as they announce the cast, there will be nobody will ever be happy. First thing, whenever they do. I mean, they can announce it this year, and it's okay that they announced it later this year. But there's always going to be somebody who's not going to be too happy. Let's say they get Tom Holland to be Link. No, somebody's not going to be happy. Timothy Chalamet, to be Link. They're all great actors. Or get another. It's going to be a known actor for sure, and Zelda's going to be a known actress as well, because Nintendo, they want to not only if they want to make a movie just for Zelda fans, they can get unknowns, everybody unknowns, and that's it. But they're making a movie for the general audience, and so they have to attract people in a certain way. You know how many fans Jack Black has, and how many people went to see a Jack Black animated movie who weren't that familiar with Mario? Believe it or not, there are people out there who were not too familiar with Mario and got to know Mario through Jack Black being Bowser, or Chris Pratt being Mario, or Anna Taylor-Joy being Peach. Same thing is gonna happen with The Legend of Zelda, especially with The Legend of Zelda, which is live action. There will be actors that will be chosen. If Nintendo goes the route as Mario, they're gonna choose well-known actors that will make people go to the theater to see their movie, not a Zelda movie. But let's say Timothy Chalamet has a big. Right now, he's at the topic of his game. They're gonna choose him, and they're gonna go after his fans, and people are gonna go, oh, I want to go see the next Timothy Chalamet movie, just like they saw Dune, right? Dune, I didn't know what Dune was, right? Mm-hmm. And when and fans of Zendaya went to see a Zendaya movie and became Dune fans. I did, right? Because I remember Zendaya from Spider-Man. That's and of course I know Zendaya from Disney Channel. Was this Disney Channel? I think Disney Channel. I'm mistaken. She was a teenage star. Then she became and then of course I know her from Greatest Showman, right? So when I saw Dune, hey, Zendaya's in there. Let me give that a try, right? Imagine they put of course a well-known actor or actress. It doesn't matter what they choose. The important thing is that they're good actors, and that Nintendo and Miyamoto and the casting, they know why they are picking those specific actors for this specific movie, right? And so before, just like we learned with the Mario movie, before all hell breaks loose and everybody goes nuts for when they announce the cast, let's be patient and give them a try and trust that they know why the cast is there. The people who they've chosen, Casey Undercover. Thank you, Alyssa. I'm the kind of guy who they can choose a person like, okay, I don't see him as Link now, but let me see what happens. Just like right now with the Superman movie, first time I was a Christopher Reeve fan like crazy with Superman. He is my Superman, Christopher Reeve, right? Then came this other Superman guy, Brandon Routh. Yeah. Before that, it was Tom Welling, and in Smallville, he was my Superman then, right? And I think that was the closest to Reeves because they look very similar. And then Brandon Routh took the spot, and then this other Henry Cavill took Superman, and now we're getting a brand new Superman. I'm like, do I miss Harry? Did Henry Cavill do a good job as Superman? Yes, he did. He did a fantastic job. He was Superman for the generation.
I liked him for Superman.
Now we have a new Superman, David Cornsweet. And Corn and Sweat. Yeah, I'm not going to rule him out, right? I'm gonna watch the movie first, and then I'll make my okay. Is he my Superman from moving on? I'll decide then. But when they announce a cast, don't go nuts, people. Just accept. Yeah,
embrace it.
Yeah, embrace what they have. Concentrate on the fact that we are getting. You'll have to say it. A live action Legend of Zelda movie. It's like a dream, kind of like a dream. Like, are we actually getting a
Pinch
Zelda
me.
movie? Are we
Yeah.
really? Did Miyamoto really hit Twitter, or did I just dream about that?
It's
What
happening.
timeline are we in?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lily.
I feel that any actors that they pick, they really must understand the assignment. As long as they understand the assignment, they're gonna do great. Like,
Yeah, and trust me, they don't even have to be Zelda fans. I'm gonna put it there. They
yeah,
just have to be
that's
very
just
good
the
actors.
truth.
They have to be very good actors who can bring a character to life. Because a good actor can read and read the story that they're about to tell, and really bring that character to life.
Hey, yo, low key though, I do kind of wonder if the main like intricate actors that they do pick, I wonder if they're like, okay, you got to play these certain games to kind of get the vibe that we're trying to go for. I wonder if that's a requirement because people do that.
Yeah. I think who was it? Jack Black. Jack Black is playing Steve in Minecraft. They just released an anniversary clip. Of course, the kind of celebrating Minecraft's birthday, but also Jack Black and Jason Momoa. You know, kind of celebrating the birthday, and they're both in Minecraft. And Jack Black was one of the, I went back and I played Minecraft. I went with my son. I started playing Minecraft like crazy. But I binged Minecraft just so that I can know the game before I get into the movie, right? And so I do agree. I think that most of them actually do. You know, I think it was Anya Joy who said, "Oh, I didn't play any. I didn't go back and play the games before I actually voiced the character."
Ah, okay.
I
thought she did a very good Peach.
She did. Yeah, I think, and there are some actors who do that. They ignore the past, like Superman actors, so they can bring their own version of the character. Although Link is a blank slate. Link is a blank slate. You know, so whoever plays Link, they only have the 80s cartoons to go by.
No, but that's the thing, Mike. That's why I can't wait for you to play all the games. You'll see what we see. Link was meant to be a blank slate. That is a character that I can honestly say the fans brought him to life.
Yeah,
he is a person. We care what happened to him, what happens to him. We care what we want to know about his family life. You know, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? You have the weight of the world on your shoulders. So, and when you really play all the games, you catch the vibe. So really, while Link doesn't audibly speak, while we are supposed to imprint ourselves onto him, the collective idea of him is he's a vibe. He's a good person. Because of his age, you can say Miyamoto in Twilight Princess called him flat out. He said, well, he's a bit of a rascal. So we could say he's mischievous. We can he's adventurous. He's obviously adventurous. He's courageous. But the reason why I haven't really, other than here in the real hardcore fans, I haven't really heard anybody say anything like, we're worried about, oh, who's going to play Zelda? Who's going to do this? Most of the discourse I hear is about Link. Everybody's worried about Link because he's our character. We have raised him. You know,
we are Link basically.
And we are Link, and we don't want to be misrepresented, and we don't want our baby misrepresented.
Yeah. I agree. All right, so shout out to Clifford Favors for that $5 super chat. I'm closing my eye because it's starting to get blurry. So
we've been running a little bit longer.
So do you think they will create a Hylian language, whether written or verbally, for the movie? I know there's isn't there
there's already one.
Go ahead, Jesse, take it over. There's one, right?
What were we gonna say? Wait, real quick. What were we gonna say, Lily?
I know. I'm saying that it will be because it already exists, and I wouldn't say that it's gonna be like very obvious. Like it's gonna be more like, I don't know, probably a scene where Princess Zelda is reading something, and then you see all the language there and the Hyrulean language there, or something written somewhere.
I think it changes a little bit because we saw it in Twilight Princess. We've seen it in the last two games. There's another game where it reads a Link to the Past as well. However, I forgot which language it was in Game of Thrones. I want to say it was either Dothraki.
The Traki.
That's
It was Dothraki.
Dothraki.
That's a totally, from what I understand, that's a totally made up language. There are people who work in the entertainment industry where
Uh-huh.
that is their job, to make up languages.
Yeah.
So they
And
can
it's a
make
full
one for the
language,
movie.
too. You can learn it.
And
Yep.
just like people have learned, my Star Wars fans, a lot of them, not Star Wars, Star Trek fans, I'm sorry, they know Klingon. So I think that's Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Klingon.
I don't have it.
Klingon sounds to me like, is it Star Trek? Star Trek?
It's a language,
It
and
is.
and a lot of
Klingon
people
is Star
speak it.
Trek.
Yeah, if you're a Star Trek fan. So I totally think they should, and they could. They could and they should.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
We
I
don't
know
know if
the
they will.
Gerudo have their own language, right? The Gerudo have their own language, because I know that there's a lot of words.
That didn't come about until Breath of the Wild. Savo.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, they have like their own kind of little language there. So, I mean, there's room for it. Hopefully,
Yeah, for sure.
they expand the universe enough that there is, it makes it more real, more kind of be awesome.
Somebody said, I love how much food excites Link.
And he can eat anything, including the rocks from the Gorons. So
Oh, that's true.
While he's hanging from the side of a mountain.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
will he be a right-handed or lefty? Left-handed.
Ooh.
Whatever the actor is.
Well, the thing is, it depends on which Link you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever the actor is. It's a new Link.
So yeah,
the
because
actor is a new incarnation of Link.
that's another reason why it needs to be a new story. Because if he doesn't have the right hand. If they were to do Ocarina of Time, but the actor was right-handed,
Mhm.
the fan base would tear him
I
apart
know,
just
yep.
because of that.
I agree.
So that's why we
Agree.
want brand new story, brand new everything, because it's been
Yeah.
established that he's either a righty. He's
I agree.
usually a lefty, but he could be one or the
Yeah.
other.
I agree. Joycey or Paul, can you? There's a message in the chat, in the private chat.
I got you.
Let me know, because I couldn't see it the last one.
We got another super chat.
That was Clifford's. Yeah.
That was Clifford's.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one we just got here.
Yeah. It's
thought we
just
got
that it
another
was
one.
made in my channel. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, it's still shut up here though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It should still
Perfect.
count.
Yeah, it's just shut up
Yay.
here. Yeah, it doesn't matter where the super chat is. We're gonna address it if you do it on Paul's channel or
Great.
Lily's. They're co-streaming. We're all part of the podcast, so you're supporting the podcast. You're supporting all of us. So
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you for that super chat, by the way, and that's a great question.
Did we get any thing else?
If we did,
Did we want to talk about anything else? I'm sorry, that was a whole jacked up sentence.
I mean,
Green flag.
we're about to enter the Q&A, but it can still be within the same exact topic.
Okay, because I kind of feel bad that we've turned like the last like 2 podcasts into Zelda topics. I feel bad.
We did. What did we talk about last time? It was a direct.
I think we talked about the same thing. It's Zelda. We could talk for literally days, hours.
This is a Zelda
Sure.
direct podcast, though, And I want to shout out 103 viewers right now.
Oh, yeah.
Big shout out to y'all. Thank you.
YouTube, X, it's officially X now, X.com. We have Lilly Hyrule, we have Paul Gale, and we have this channel. So thank you so much on all platforms. So we are on YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch, and I already say YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. So yeah, so shout out to all of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys are enjoying the subject, because I'm having a lot of fun talking about this, because it's something very exciting, and
you love movies.
I adore movies. Like I actually started another channel with movies.
Oh,
But
nice.
I haven't given it a lot of love. If you guys want to go over there, it's called Odyssey Flicks, and so hopefully I get to do more stuff over there, just kind of little here and there. But I'm this is my main channel. This is my bread and butter, and so if anything I do after, it'll be a movie thing. Because I'm actually secretly an actor, because I've done stage and short films. and singer-songwriter, so I'm artistic in that way. But yeah, I want to be in a musical with Legend of Zelda.
We've got to shout out a super chat, and then if I may, I would like to segue this into something else. Rainbow Love with a $5 super chat says,
Thank you so
I
much,
would
Rainbow.
definitely listen to you guys all talk about Zelda for hours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you so much.
And on that note, I kind of want to segue, like I said, into one little thing, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had an epiphany during this podcast that I've been itching for the right moment to talk about it. So Rainbow Loves kind of goes into it.
Yeah.
So I just put up a poll on X, Twitter, because I was thinking, like, it just hit me during this podcast. So you could see it if you want to go to my channel on a side page. I was like, what if Nintendo, first of all, who would even like this idea? What if Nintendo came out with a new piece of software roughly called Nintendo Trailers, Demos, and More?
Mhm.
And it was this piece of software that allowed you to play any of the demos or trailers that Nintendo has released over the years from E3s and Space Worlds, but on a cartridge. So, but a little bit expanded, like the Zelda Wii U tech demo from E3 2011, instead of just being able to control the camera, which millions of people never even got to do, only the 40,000 of us that went to E3 got to do. Nintendo was like, here's that demo in this self-contained little thing, and you could play that on Nintendo Switch as part of Nintendo Trailers, Demos, and More, and you could just play it. That Super Mario 128 Space World demo back in 2000 with Mario and 127 other Marios. Here's this self-contained Mario 128 demo from that GameCube era that you could play on in its original format, never before released. And it's just, so basically think, like, why would they do this? Well, why did they release WarioWare, mini games? Like, that has become its own thing. Why did they release, NES Classics Championship Edition? Why are they coming out with, micro games via like the Nintendo World Championships and having all these little NES things? So this would serve as a different thing. Space World 2000. You remember that demo of Link and Ganondorf where Link throws down the shield and goes with a sword and Ganondorf and boom, it ends. We're giving you the ability to play in that original area that we created on the Nintendo GameCube back in the day. But we're allowing you to play that demo. And it's just a simple demo. It's just Link versus Ganondorf in that moment. Do you remember that footage of, early Luigi's Mansion, of Luigi walking around and how that looked different? Well, we're allowing you to play in that self-contained area. So just like this revisiting, or Twilight Princess on Wii, or no, Twilight Princess on GameCube when it was first shown off. You never got to play in quite that same Lost Woods footage that was shown at that E3 2004. They scrapped it from the game. Here's a little bit of that section to play. Who would even want that? I mean, here's Super Mario Sunshine when it was first shown. It looked different. Isle Delfina was different. Here's that self-contained part. Like, Nintendo has ownership of these unreleased demos, some of them trailers, some of them demos that only they played or showed. And I was like, that would be cool. That would be a little bit of a release of a history of what they have had over the years. And, Zelda 64, it was very different. If you look at the earliest footage of Zelda 64, Link looked a lot different than he does now. And get to play in that first trailer of what that was. The beta, the alpha and the beta footage, or the alpha beta demos that were previously seen, whether they were playable or not, get to play those. I mean,
that'll be awesome.
Can we include? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All of it, any of it. Metroid Prime when it was first shown off.
Yeah.
How did Metroid Prime look like when it was a third-person game in the trailer that Retro Studios had as part of that Space World? We're allowing you to run in through those hallways and play like just this early stuff. Not new graphics, just how it was then, but expanded upon more than just 10 seconds of footage, but self-contained little micro experiences of Nintendo's history.
And then they would also put on that same thing, on that same game, the NES version of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Rainbow
yes,
Love
that
just
does
said
exist.
Exactly.
Rainbow
Yep.
Love know what's up.
The 2D top down. Here's Breath of the Wild as that. Anything that's ever been seen or shown, maybe not all of it, because maybe it's a good enough idea that like here's volume 2 of the other stuff. I don't know, just a
And
fun
make it
little.
special edition behind the scenes pictures and maybe like copies of their post-it notes that they go back and forth with. That actually would be cool. And if they really wanted to sell it, I'll be very honest, I think they would have to pull the whole we made 100,000 of these, you either get one or you don't kind of thing. I don't know. It create FOMO, fear of missing out. Create total FOMO, and then they come out, no, we're just kidding, you can just buy it off the shelf, it's fine. Or is making some kind of special edition. See, better call Paul.
Yep.
That's a good idea right there. I would like that. If nothing, if for nothing but for
creative juices
collection.
are not flowing, you don't know how to come up with something new, or you need a filler, just throw some old demos on a cartridge and call it a
buy
day.
it.
Like, let me play that demo again. Or
I
a little
agree.
bit expanded.
Listen, I just I'm looking at this image you're looking at now. This is for it's an event taking place in Mexico right now. Nintendo's took this event for the very first time to this area in Mexico, and it was from a connection that they have on LinkedIn, and it was a success. So I wanted to show it while Paul was talking about giving like an area to play games with demos and stuff like that. So it's kind of matched it. But something else that I kind of just posted, we're looking to hire engineer tools. We're just opened a new position on our engineer team. Our team structure has changed recently. Team structure has changed recently. We're looking for a seasoned developer to join our tools team to help guide our development on Metroid Prime 4 for the Nintendo Switch. Metroid Prime 4 for the Nintendo Switch. It's a brand new post by Danielle on Frey from Retro Studios on behalf of Nintendo, and the Metro Prime 4 they're announcing here is for the Nintendo Switch. So I'm like, okay, yeah, 100% we're gonna hear about it. If this is like one of the final directs of Nintendo Switch, we should hear about it soon. But again, Zelda.
Yay.
Zelda.
Do you guys know what I really want to talk about? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
No, I was gonna say what other thoughts you guys have, and you just jumped in, so we're connected. Go ahead.
I had Indie Mania questions.
That is right. I forgot to that. So guys, 110 of you, have you heard of Indie Mania? Because
I have.
from the very last moment, from the very first moment we announced it here on the podcast. What was last week, Paul? Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
it was last week. The I think it has tripled in size.
Jeez.
Uh,
I think so.
Wow.
and so we had something in mind. Paul and I had something in mind, an event in mind, and it's morphing into something even
Bigger.
Yeah. So we're like, how are we gonna, but the thing is that we've gotten so many in this past week. We've gotten so many messages from developers. I'm sure Paul talking to developers on his end, and then like developers sending me questions and telling me how excited they are about this event. And one of them mentioned, look, we have been applying for events every single year to show our games. I saw their game. Oh my God. They're amazing. Their games are fantastic. We always get rejected for Nintendo Directs because it's a select process. Indie World is another select process. Believe it or not, yeah, Indie World is dedicated to developers or independent, but to get in one of those, out of the hundreds of developers that apply, only a fraction get in and get to show their games there, right? And even Summer Game Fest, developers. I reached out to Summer Game Fest to see if we can be part of Day of the Devs. It's impossible to even get a hold of anybody. Like you guys making this event is something that we really desperately need and fills a big void in the industry. Something that's literally dedicated to indie games. We've had Nintendo Direct, we've had Indie Showcase, we have Summer Game Fest, which is going to be amazing this summer, right? And part of Summer Game Fest, they have the devs, right? But an entire event, a big event dedicated, a 3-day event, by the way, nothing but indie games. That you go into this event with an open mind that you're going to explore and you're going to find your next favorite game. It's not about finding a game that you know. It's about discovering games that you don't, and new experience that you're going to make and new memories that you're going to make. Maybe you find that next family multiplayer game you play with your family, with your sons, with your daughters, your parents, right? Maybe you find that next shooter that you didn't know existed, that next multiplayer, that next beautiful story or cozy game, right? It's about discovery, and that's what Indie Mania is about. And so, that's the culture we want to bring in Indie Mania, discovery. We see so many times in the chat where we go into Nintendo Direct or, oh, when's the next Zelda? Oh, this is so boring. Oh, it's because they're always expecting that AAA they know or that franchise they know. Indie Mania is completely different. I'm telling you from the very beginning, it's about discovery. It's about showing you and exposing you to developers with heart who have created and crafted amazing games that you have never seen or heard of just for you. And that's what Indie Mania is all about. And I'm going to show you the trailer that Paul and I put together. The first one, by the way, we're going to be working on another one. And here we have just a few of the developers. Hello, everyone. I am Mike Odyssey, and myself, alongside my co-organizer, Paul Gale, are thrilled to unveil something spectacular, Indie Mania.
This isn't just an event. It's a celebration of creativity, innovation, and the indomitable spirit of indie developers who are shaping the future of gaming.
We're calling on all game creators, from the dreamers sketching on worlds on their little notepads to the visionaries coding late at night. Indie Mania is your stage, your spotlight, and your time to shine.
And to all the gamers, the enthusiasts, the ones who live for the thrill of discovery, get ready. This summer, we're bringing the heat with the coolest games you've never played yet.
Sign up, tune in, and join us for an unforgettable journey at Indie Mania, because every game has a story and every story deserves to be heard.
So mark your calendars, spread the word, and let's make this a summer to remember. Indie Mania, where the games are as unique as the people behind them. And speaking of unique, let's show you some unique footage of just several developers who have already signed up for Indie Mania and will be there.
Roll the clip. Whoa, that was incredible.
That's nice.
Awesome. So, Paul, what else can you tell us about Indie Mania?
All right. So first and foremost, Indie Mania is a digital show this summer in which we are going to bring to you developer interviews, first looks at brand new games, trailers, updates to titles that you want to see more about that you haven't seen in a while, and it's all going to take place online. But on our end, we are actually going to go to some developer studios on site, in person, at their home base to give us a tour, to get to know them, what makes them tick, and see these brand new trailers, perhaps, of some titles. And we are also going to go to developers across the country, across the world even, and show you trailers, have a lot of fun, and like I said, some surprises along the way. But that makes me wonder, what are the dates? Did we mention that?
I heard from the grapevine, from the rumors out there, that it's taking place this summer, September, specifically 13 and 14. And well, it's not just a showcase, it's a revolution. So are you ready for an uprising at Indie Mania? Sign up today if you are a gamer or a developer at indiemania.net. See you then. And that, my friends, that's just the first trailer for Indie Mania.
I'm excited.
We have United States, Italy, United Kingdom, Germany, Romania, Mexico, Poland, South Africa, Australia, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, Ireland, Israel, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Singapore, Slovakia, and Thailand saying present. We're gonna be at Indie Mania.
What?
Those are the developers. Those are the developers who have signed up behind the scenes. Some of them have sent me messages in other languages. I have to translate them, and I send them back. They translate it on their end. But I'm telling you, like Paul said in that trailer, those who have a sense of an adventure of discovery, because this is what it's about. This is about discovery for you. If you love to discover new games, this is what Indie Mania is all about. It's not about the familiar. It's about that discovery, that treasure, that hidden treasure that you didn't know was there, but then was presented to you and might even become your brand new favorite game, right? And so Indie Mania is going to be on September. We might add a day. If we do, it's going to be
The 13th through the 15th,
not towards the back end, but towards the front end. We'll start on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday instead of adding a day toward the end. So
12, 13, 14, maybe.
yeah, 12, 13, and 14. And we've gotten so many applicants that we even think, okay, we have to do a pre-show at the beginning of each, at least 15 minutes, so we can have more time to talk about developers, talk about interviews and stuff. So we have more to announce later on once we're ready to. But I'm telling you, Indie Mania has become a passion. It's like I didn't know I was gonna fall in love with this so much as I do. Like just hearing from these developers, man, like it's dreams. It's like people putting their hard work, and some of them were this close to giving up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we even have it came out of a question. I'm gonna say it now. It came out of a question. And Paul said, yeah, let's do it, because this is what we're here for. We're here for these developers who don't have this opportunity. We have a developer coming in. Do you guys have a section for those developers who are building their games? They're just fundraising, looking for a fundraising, Yeah, we can do that. We're gonna do a segment inspired by Shark Tank, where we're gonna be dressed in suits, and it's gonna be the
segment.
Don't tell them yet.
We got some surprises.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of it. But just to let you know, if you are fundraising for a video game that you're working on, we have a section for that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining. I might fly to California to film with Paul, or Paul might fly over here to film as well. So let's see what happens around there. But again, Indie Mania, let's say 12, 13, and 14, counting that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's going to be an amazing event, and I hope we have all of your support, guys. Share the Indie Mania trailer with on your favorite social network, and let's make this an event to remember. Because
Right.
Yeah.
Two things. One, I got some breaking news. Two, Indie Mania.
Yeah.
The games that are in the trailer, are
Yeah.
any of them available for purchase?
Yeah.
Because I saw about 3 of them that I was like, wait a minute.
Listen. Way Forward Games. Okay, Way Forward Games they just released Contra. Way Forward Games. We're just in the Nintendo Direct.
I've been playing Contra.
Exactly.
Like, on and off. I haven't had a chance to sit down with it.
So I'm telling you, and some of you didn't know that Way Forward is an indie developer. Yeah, they are an indie developer company, and so I'm just in awe how they've set present to this. Well, I think his name is Chris, right? Chris, the Indie Mania, his rep, and he was just so welcoming to us. He doesn't need us. They have Way Forward Games, and they're on top of the world. They were in the Nintendo Direct, but they recognize what Indie Mania means to the industry. They see that that hole that needs to be filled, and how their presence there is gonna just open the door for so many other developers to show their games. And that's what I love about these bigger companies who have actually joined. You know, I just they took over my heart because they see the void and they want to be there to support this journey, and so that indie media can become a yearly thing, right? I don't want to go too far, but next year we might even see the Indie Mania Awards. You know, that's something we're gonna add. You know, so all the entries from this year will qualify to be on the Indie Mania Awards next year and our next event. And so maybe in that event, who knows? Could be in person. You never know. Could be an in-person event rather than a digital or a hybrid event, in person / So we'll get there when we get there. But for now, Indie Mania happening this September. Hope you guys can be there. Share it. And let's go together. So, Joycey, did you have something to add?
Breaking news.
Go ahead.
I know we were supposed to get off of the Zelda topic, but see what had happened. I also follow. Who is this?
Well, Zach never made it, right? I think.
No.
Hopefully he's okay.
I hope he's okay.
We'll check on him, or you check on him. Yeah. So I follow Game Explain, and their videos are very, very short. But apparently there is a quote from Sony from, oh gosh, sorry guys, I really, really skimmed through this really quick. I see Zelda, I click. I'm a very simple woman. Rothman. Where's his name?
Breaking news, my guys. Breaking news.
That's why I'm
possible collaboration.
Yes. Shoot, what's his name? Tom Rothman. Okay, Tom Rothman with Sony Studios, I believe. Guys, again, I'm skimming this as we're talking. So, and it's not going to be anything huge, but he did say, where'd it go? See, I totally had this highlighted a minute ago.
Come on, you can do it.
No, I can't. I can't do it, guys. Oh my God. I'm going to cry. There we go. We'll just do a quick control find. If my phone will not, now my phone want to act up. Bruh.
And you saw this on Game Explain?
Yes.
YouTube?
But I didn't want Game Explain, GAME, the letter X.
I'm saying on YouTube?
I guess I could have brought up the video, but I didn't want to, if you want to watch the video, go give them.
Oh no, we can watch the video if
you want to, guys, let's do it that way real quick. And then we are going to have to roll out because we have been holding y'all for 2.5 hours.
So it says here, the Zelda and Mario Party rumors. Is that one? Or
no, like they just dropped it, like right now.
Oh, massive.
The interview with Deadline.
Miyamoto heavily involved in Zelda. Okay.
With their chairman.
There we
Was
go.
that one? 4 minutes ago.
1 minute and 22 seconds. It's very short. So
Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play that.
Yeah. Hey, Wiley Tiger.
It is a Zelda podcast, so it's perfect for that. Let's go ahead and share it real fat. Wait, what am I doing? Share my screen.
It's very, really, really short. And I was like, I want to share it, but I don't know. I was like, we have to tell you guys when things happen.
Share my screen. I'm trying to share. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. I'm not sharing anything. Okay, here we go. That's it, right? Right there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the entire thing. People can see it's Game Explain and give them credit as well. So chicken nuggets. All right, click and play.
Oh, we can't hear it. Oh. We can't hear it, Mike.
No? You can't hear it?
Or there's no sound by accident.
I can hear it, man. Weird.
Do you hear talking?
Yeah. That's it. I hear him talking.
Yeah.
we can't hear it. It's not in our
Rewind it
audio.
all the way back because sometimes YouTube gets weird.
Really? How about now? No?
Yeah, no.
You have to rewind it all the way back. There's still a little.
Yeah, it's what it was all the way back. That's so weird. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and do. Oh no, wait. Come back here. Go back to theater mode here. I mean, this is how I share Nintendo Direct, so hopefully, it should be working.
Okay, let's try it again.
Unless you have to select like the audio source here through Restream.
let me stop sharing here first, and then also share audio. Also share audio. So it's on. Okay, so share audio. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again, and we're there. Let me know if you guys can hear it now. Okay.
Once you hit play.
Play.
Nope.
Nope. One of you want to try sharing it? If it works on your end.
The other thing I was going to say, here, you listen to it and tell us what they say.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Oh, there we go. Oh no,
There it is.
Never mind. It was your music.
Oh.
It was your music. It was your
my
music. Why your music works, but not the browser audio?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so weird. Game Explain being tricks.
Is it Chrome?
All right, so you want? So I hear it and then tell you guys. All right, so
I'm not
Hey,
sure if I can.
this is Game Explain here with a quick new update on the Zelda movie. As it was mentioned in the deadline interview, Crew Chairman Tom Rothman they want to provide some relief on why it's going to work, and because the movie is being developed and made in the closest possible collaboration with Nintendo video game designer Shigeru Miyamoto. That's what I've been saying. He is a true genius in that world, and it's really his strong vision that is motivating it. He created it and understands it thoroughly. You only to look at the results of Super Mario Brothers to see. So basically, the news is that they're telling people, okay, it's gonna be okay because the one who's driving this bus is called Shigeru Miyamoto. He is the driving force behind this movie, and he's like driving it. He's the motivating force behind the movie. He created it, and he understands it better than anybody. So in a way, it's just kind of another update on why people should relax when it comes to who's making it, Sony, who's directing it, who at the end of it all, the real director here is Shigeru Miyamoto, the one who has the last say of in the story, in the movie, how it is him. So basically, that's what it's kind of telling us here. Let me see what else. Yeah, that's basically it. That's it.
I have so much to say about that, but I will wait until next week.
So basically, look at this. Basically, they're showing him with the shield. I want that shield. I want it. But
that was for the epic Twilight Princess reveal.
Yeah.
Before they knew it was Twilight Princess, before they knew what they were even doing with the game, they had no vision yet. They're just like, here, just give them this.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no better way to put Sherry on top of this podcast, Zelda podcast, than knowing that piece of news there. Thank you for sharing, Joycey. It's basically confirming to all of you and to us, the movie is in good hands. We're gonna get. If you can't trust Miyamoto,
my hand, Lily.
The bottom. So
sorry,
that look hilarious though. If you can't trust the creator of the Legend of Zelda with the movie, you can't trust anybody. So just it's gonna be okay. We're gonna have an amazing movie. It's gonna be awesome. And I think we might hear about. I think we might hear about this movie pretty soon. More about it. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I don't have a bag like Drew, Joycey, but yeah, something like that.
I knew what you were going for.
Yeah.
We got this, guys. We will talk about it more on the next podcast, unless something else crazy happens, which sometimes it does.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and present the Start Cast here on this podcast. The ones who without this would not be possible. Of course, without you, chat, we would not be here. We will be so like four lonely people talking to each other into the atmosphere, hopefully. But with you here, it makes it all worth it. It makes it all worthwhile. And you guys are amazing. We love you. Now presenting Paul Guild Network. Paul, what do you have going on, and where can we find you?
Better call Paul.
I'm on Twitter/X at Paul Gale Network, and on YouTube, I'm also at Paul Gale Network. Behind the scenes, Mike and I, are working on Indie Mania, speaking
Indie
with
Mania.
developers every day, having new developers sign on, checking out trailers, doing a lot of good in those regards.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the fence, just finished up teaching, and I'm looking forward to mostly a free summer of playing video games and having some fun outdoors in the pool and all that kind of stuff. And
What was that, Paul? You want to invite us to a pool? Okay,
yeah, having a pool party for the annual Palapalooza.
Seriously, we need another segment that's about that Palapalooza. That's awesome.
That I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but that is the name of my birthday party every July. It's called Palapalooza.
That is awesome.
Oh, so we
There
need to
you
come
go.
and see you in July. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're going, and we can bring chat, right?
it's an event.
We can bring chat. Yeah,
Well, welcome.
Yeah, we could. We're totally gonna bring chat.
Live streaming from the pool. Yay.
Yes.
We're
Pool-
live right here from
pool podcast.
Palapalooza 2024.
Yep.
All right, and next up, take it away, Joycey. Where can we find you? What do you have going on?
I am Joycey J, DJ Joycey on Twitter. I will not call it X. I absolutely refuse because I'm getting old and I am stubborn and I will shake my fists at the clouds. Go ahead and give me a follow. I don't really do anything. I'm just a crazy old lady who loves video games. So if you have any Zelda questions, feel free to reach out.
Joycey J is officially here on the Nintopics Podcast. You can see her live every Friday here. Your opinions and of course, if you have anything to ask her, tweet at her. Trust me, you'll enjoy her answer. All right. And last but not least, again, shout out to Zach. Hope you're doing okay. He was supposed to not make it, but next podcast. Take it away, Lilly Hyrule.
Yay! Thank you so much. So you can find me everywhere as Lilly Hyrule, but mainly focusing on my YouTube channel, also on social, sharing a couple of videos. What I'm doing right now is live streamings are actually coming back slowly. I don't really have an actual schedule. The only thing that I advise you to do is to visit my channel and turn the notifications on, because I do schedule things in advance, and the upcoming one is of course going to be Paper Mario, so I'll be live streaming that on Friday before the live stream, actually before the Nintopics podcast, so you can easily just after the stream you can hop into the podcast, and that's pretty much what I'm doing at the moment. I'm still working on some of the YouTube videos backlog that I have, but slowly getting there. Hopefully.
In other words, what you're announcing is that you have the Nintopics pre-show going on.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't really think that's going to be every Friday. Again, it's just going to be random. So just visit my channel occasionally, and you'll see the live streams.
Or you could subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't have to worry about it.
That's actually the best.
Exactly.
One thing, if you're watching us on mobile, you would have to also turn on the YouTube notifications on your settings. So make sure that is turned on, because if not, you won't get anything at all. So thank you, Lilly. And of course, you can find me here on the Mike Odyssey channel every single day on Discord. If you join our Discord channel or chat, I am there to respond to you whenever you have a question. I don't shy away from responding to any of my subscribers, because I love you all. You guys are my family. And if you want to join a positive atmosphere somewhere where you don't hear no banter, no rants, no just plain old family friendly fun.
Or if you want to hear me rant about Zelda.
Yeah. Then here at the Odyssey as well, you'll find that, right? And of course, I'm getting ready for the Mike Odyssey show, my friends.
Oh, it's almost done. Almost ready?
Actually,
nice.
I might release a pilot episode this week.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Mike Odyssey show is 10% news. So if you like fast news, it's gonna be there. Mike Odyssey show has other segments I'm not gonna tell you about. You have to be there. And of course, the first episode, once the pilot drops, there is a giveaway happening on that pilot, but in return for your review. So once that pilot hits, you have to be on the comment, hit that like button, and leave your review of the show in the description. That's the pilot episode. That tells me, hey, what worked, what didn't, what can I take forward with me, and what can I add? So you guys have all of the power over the Mike Odyssey show. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Been working on it since last year, since last year now. But yeah, finally we're there, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yay.
Besides that, the Nintopics Podcast every Friday night live here to bring you the best way to end your weekend in a positive note, and just to have fun with the rest of the queue. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have been amazing. And because we are such a positive atmosphere and podcast, there are 2 things we need to let you know before we let you go. Number 1,
Never give up. Don't do that because we need you.
Listen, don't give up. You know why? Because the day you give up, you might have been just a little bit away from just getting there, right? You could have been just a little bit away from getting there. Maybe what you're looking for comes tomorrow, but you're about to give up today. Don't do it, all right? Don't do it. Journey on, because life is a journey. The best way to go on this journey is an Odyssey, which is a group of people traveling to a single destination, and we'll go on this journey together. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see ya. And
See you next
guys.
week. Bye.
let me try to find the right song here first. Right? Let's see.
Oh, that wasn't it?
No.
Okay.
We're just burning calories.
Yes.
Live your life within
Oh, there you go.
moment. And don't go wait until the morning.
You see the lyrics?
You never know when it is over. All that I know is
Everybody, headbutt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit it. That's not the song.
Oh, come on.
Mike, we gotta go, honey. We old people.
I'm still looking for the song.
I'm starting work in half an hour.
Oh my gosh.
That's the song.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Oh, there we go.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Nintopics
I'm looking for that stream. Hold on.
Podcast. All things Nintendo.
It's ending.